Awesome.
So here you go. This is Emily C., my new bestie.
I hate the idea that someone out there hates me. I even hate thinking that Al-Qaeda hates me. I think if they got to know me, they wouldn't hate me.
This stole the show. Emily C. was phenomenal.
There's something you need to know.
What?
You're doing great.
Look at my baby. Here she is. Emily. 10 out of 10. Huge fan.
I see Emily C says 123. I trust her. She's really good.
Listen, Turtle, you gotta watch your language. You gotta watch your language. I'm already live. So you need to follow the FCC guidelines.
She destroyed, left nothing in her path. It was so good.
Oh, hey.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so much better now. Like, I know it sounds weird, but this is it's comfortable here. I like it.
I literally look forward to this all week, so I can't even disagree with that. Before we get started, I have one important thing to say, and it is that I just found out in your chat that our friend Mitchell, who's always here and makes our chat so much fun and is just like the most positive, fun person to have around, has been suffering through ads all this time that he's spending on YouTube. So I made a goal for us tonight. I set a super chat goal for premium for Mitchell. And any super chats that come in from that, we're going to donate to premium for Mitchell because I think he deserves it.
What is premium now?
Zach. And Zach, I think you're positive too. So that's what that goal is.
I agree, Zach.
And check this out. Look at Meatball Morrissey's sketty stains for the goal and for being on time. Tee-hee-hee. I can picture you sitting at your desk right now, at your big ass new desk, saying tee. And Benny Burns, hi Benny Burns. I found a tweet that Benny Burns sent me back in like December when he had just joined Twitter, and I don't even remember what it said right now, but it was like the nicest tweet that usually my whole notifications are like, "You're the worst person in the world. Emily C is disgusting," and then there was just one little sweet one from Benny Burns sitting in there that was like, shoot, I should have screenshotted it, but it was just so nice.
But people believe you bad things.
A good person. Seriously?
Do they really?
Yeah, and also, do you know we kind of blew up the internet last week because I said the F word.
I'm sorry.
Miss Priss is helping get Mitchell premium and said for being on time and for your goal. Thanks, Mitchell. And Prince of Wales sent $2 and said, I do not agree to help Mitchell. So thank you, Zach, for helping Mitchell.
No, he doesn't agree though.
Hi, Allegedly LB. Allegedly LB sent $4.99 and said, just because I finally caught a live, I'm so happy you're here. And that actually reminds me of the next thing that I sent myself that I wanted to talk about before we get started tonight. And
hold on a second. Y'all hold your books. Last week when she said that, it was good. It was it was a revival. We went to church. It was a come to Jesus.
Blew up the internet, didn't we? And when you were talking about people,
you're the only one that noticed. I went like, huh?
People, when you said people say mean things about me, someone was like, oh, look at Emily trying to be hard. I was like, oh, that's the exact opposite of anything I'm ever trying to be. Allegedly LB just reminded me that, yay, Queen of Hearts Charnel. Look at your little Van Gogh cat. That's so cute. Okay, next Thursday. This is for anybody local and also might impact Squirrel School. I need to talk to my husband and figure out if I'm able to go to this, in which case it might affect Squirrel School. Next Thursday.
Goes with you.
August 6th. That's what Corey and Boozy said too. But I don't
Record it.
maybe. What?
Record it. Well, hold on. How
Yours
long
is
will it
so
be?
short. Okay, so
Well, on 7 to
next
9 or 7 o'clock. What time's
Thursday.
it in?
Oh, we could do like a late squirrel school.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's not a bad idea. That's actually not a terrible idea at all. But so next Thursday, if you are local, there is a Norfolk County DA candidate forum at the Braintree Town Hall, a city in my county, right nearby that I've never been to, apparently. But at 7 o'clock, it says, sponsored by Braintree Democratic Town Committee. Come hear from Democratic candidates about who they are, why they're running, and what their priorities are for the Norfolk County DA's office. And if you are able to come, Adam Deitch's campaign has asked if anybody's able to get there early. Boozy has all the details. The standout starts at 6 p.m. And the last one that I went to, it was really interesting. Like Craig McClellan had a ton of people standing out for him. I don't know how much of an impact that makes, only because I didn't feel at the last one that there were very many people who came to the debate undecided. It seemed like almost everybody there was like already there for a candidate. I might just be saying this to make myself feel better about the fact that I'm definitely not going to be able to make the standout. Debatable if I'll even be able to make the forum. But if I am, then we'll fiddle around with Squirrel School. Charlie Rachel, that is the only thing I've been to is the Braintree Mall. Maybe I've been to Braintree. I don't know. But I have been to the Braintree Mall.
Do they have a country club? I think that's the place my buddy was. They talked about.
I don't know.
There's a place starts with a B.
Knows.
Boston. Country club with a B. No, he lives in North.
Brookline. The Brookline. It's called the Country Club. Yeah.
That's what he's like. Yeah, I played a lot over there.
Yeah, I grew up right near there, and a lot of my friends used to work there over the summers, and it was like crazy. They were like 14 years old, lifeguarding and like teaching kids swim lessons and making like $5,000 a week from like the rich people that go to the country club. Like that country club is crazy. It's in Chestnut Hill. They have one of the PGA things there.
Yeah, that's Tom Gillis. He's a PGA pro.
Yeah,
like he's actually on the tour.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and we're friends. You know how that happened? I was streaming. I had like 1,000 people. Maybe I was monetized. Maybe, and he's like, "Hey, how do you do this?" That's what he said in the chat. I just started talking through how to do YouTube, and now
that's awesome.
It's the craziest thing.
I love those things where like
awesome.
I mean, I've said this before, but I love like how connected we all are. And like, if you try to explain this to anybody, like who's not on YouTube or like in the chats on YouTube, it's like, sounds so weird to even try to explain like what this whole world is. But like, I really do feel so connected to like all of you guys and to you, Expert. And it's just like a really cool community. And I feel really grateful to be a part of it.
I am grateful to be here. I've been around long enough to see the bad side of it too, and that's why whenever I always say, yeah, I'd love to surround myself with great people. And when I met you on Baker's that time, and I couldn't see you because the screen was blank, and I remember, you showed it like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think I went back to see what you looked like or whatever, because like I forget how it was, because it's
I had
weird
a hat
hearing
on.
somebody. Yeah, but it's crazy. You hear somebody and you don't know, you can't see their facial expressions. You don't know how the jokes are, what they're doing. And I was just like, oh, she just looks so like new to this, like so naive. And then but I was like, yeah, okay, Baker, I'll talk to her. And then y'all, it's honestly got truth. An hour before we started streaming, and I was like, oh, I said maybe I need to look at her channel. I was like, oh gosh, she's got like, what was it, like 12,000, 13,000? So I was like,
I
she's
don't pay
a lot
attention to
bigger
that
than
stuff.
me. She's like, I've been doing this for 6 months. I've been doing it for 4.5 years. No, 5.
Sleepless Sleuth is keeping us on track tonight, and I appreciate that so much. Remember I've been doing this for 9 months. That's crazy to me. Sleepless Sleuth said, Hank's diary going to be so much fun. I can see expert. I am so excited for tonight. Okay, so let me tell you my thought process for tonight.
Okay.
What?
I said, okay.
Oh. I've been following Lindsay Clancy's case this week, and it's just like really heavy. And then I know
How are you able to do that? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
no, that's an important question. I think because it feels really important in like the scheme of like Massachusetts fuckery. Now that I open the floodgates, I'm just going to swear nonstop.
no,
But it
don't
really
do that.
no, I'm not. But that's the only word that I can really think of to explain why I think this is so important is because I'll hail the queen. Because this, to me, in my opinion, the Commonwealth brought a BS case that they should not have brought. And if I wasn't convinced of that going into the trial already, based on like what I had already learned about what Lindsay Clancy had been going through, it became so incredibly clear to me just what BS it is when the Commonwealth did their opening statements and literally opened with like 6 different theories, and none of them really make sense. It's like they're contending that Lindsay Clancy was such a control freak about her kids that she didn't want to leave them with a babysitter.
So she killed him?
And so she killed them. And then, but
There's
also,
you just get to the conclusion.
no,
Like there's no middle
literally.
part.
No, that's literally what they said. But then also, this is what I mean by they're contradicting themselves. Then also, they said when she had a babysitter, she was very controlling of the babysitter. So it's like, okay, so she's had a babysitter before, so that's not even a thing. She had a babysitter and she had a nanny. And when she had the babysitter, she wrote the babysitter like detailed notes, like Callan, the baby, woke up today at 6:30. Like he should be hungry to eat a bottle at 9. Please give him a bottle, like 4 ounces. If he's not taking the bottle, do X, Y, and Z. It's the stuff that you do when you're a good mom. And the Commonwealth is trying to say, oh, this means that she's a control freak and she wanted to control everything around her. And
So they're putting
then
moms on trial.
exactly. And then they're putting like mental illness on trial because they're minimizing the medication that she was prescribed. And like I'm not a medical professional. I don't know anything about any of these medications. I've never taken any of them before. But everybody that I've heard talk about them is like, oh, no. Like you don't just go from this to this. You don't just go off of that. You don't go everything that like her plan of attack for her like symptoms that she was reporting was just entirely wrong. And I only say that to say that instead of like listening to her family, her entire family, like her husband's family, her ex-husband, who her actions took everything from him, is still supporting her because he knows that it was not her actions that caused this. She had an illness that was horribly treated. And still, the Commonwealth is like, nope, we're going to get her. And so that's why I feel like I have to watch because it just goes along with everything that we've been talking about where it's like, why are we doing everything wrong here? Like, especially to women. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
No, that's all.
No, you're
no, just ends with especially to women.
Oh.
The end. Period.
So
Thank you.
At some
double
point,
M, double 9.
Oh, I thought that was something You're telling me to do. Um, sorry. But at some point, do you feel like this is, or I don't want to be that extreme. Maybe it's like on the razor's edge of medical malpractice.
Oh,
Now, medical
yeah.
malpractice being is very medical malpractice is civil, okay, but at some point, you see, it's like, wait a second, like there's a disconnect. It feels like from doctors to patient. So I don't know. Do you think it's like it's almost like medical malpractice type thing? I mean, like the medical field failure.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know enough some people have talked about, like, individual prescribers and things. I'm not gonna go that far to, like, blame. I just
Yeah.
think it was a horrible situation leading up to this that was horribly, like, mismanaged, and I do think that there
Mhm.
is a part of it for prescribers and I'm sure for people in the medical field where, um, you see a lot of other people in a similar situation that it doesn't get to this extreme. Um, I will say my friend Samantha Beningo did an unbelievable show about so she is I don't what even is she? She's just a smarty pants. She's
Psychotherapist.
a what does she say? A career psychotherapist, a 6th year PhD candidate, blah 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 blah. She knows all this stuff. And
Oh, is
she
she
talked
getting her
about
PhD?
yeah, she's like
Sorry.
just about
Okay.
to do her dissertation. And she's like almost done.
'Cause I saw she
Um,
had like 2 masters. I'm like, "Wow. Why?
oh yeah.
Why did you become a doc?" Okay.
And she talked on her show about well, first of all, she breaks down like how these different medications like act on your brain. But I thought this was really interesting. She was talking about like the history of like treating mental illness and basically said like in the 1600s, people decided like um brain stuff is like for the church, it's like for God, and then like medical stuff like your body we can like treat, like we can see like your arm is broken, we can treat your arm, like we can fix it. um and it's kind of stayed like that ever since, where like the medical field and the like mental health field are so separate, but in reality like your physical health impacts your mental health impacts your physical health, and that like there should be a more connection between the two. She explains it much better than I am.
Yeah, when you
But it's
start to understand it, it's crazy how it is. Like, I didn't know that psychiatrists were like medical doctors. They have to go to med school and work on cadavers and everything. And psychologists, they don't. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize it's that big. Psychiatrists write prescriptions. That's
mhm.
why I always like when you like the my wife's a clinical therapist, so
Is she?
she's the
I
same thing
didn't
as
know that.
Sam. Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
tracks.
Yeah. So, and she specialized in, teenagers, which that's a second date story, but, so but
I
she,
love when you make
uh
yourself laugh.
do what?
When you make yourself laugh.
Well, it was just it was a stupid story. It involves a friend of mine. It was our second date, and, he asked, what she did, and she told him, and he said, "Oh, that's where you met expert." It was teenage uh, drug, alcohol, addiction, mental she specialized in teenagers. And it's like, "No, dude, this is our second date." I was like he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, yeah, it was funny. Yeah, but anyway,
Should we
no,
show them our
the
shirts?
yeah, I would go over the black one. It's gonna be
Mine's
next.
purple, but it doesn't look purple on the
I thought you were wearing
screen.
blue.
I know.
I got
Why does
called
it look
out for
like
wearing
that?
green last week. I didn't know I was wearing green when I put it
No,
on.
this is like true purple. I don't know why it looks blue on
Really?
this. It's
I think
like
your StreamYard's
actually it's
messing
like
the
kind of
colors
freaking me
up.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
No,
the
this
whole
is
thing is
literally
that you don't anybody who gets on psychiatric meds, don't just go to your local person, your uh general practitioner doctor, unless it's something that like you've taken. This is something you're normally prescribed. And I mean, even then, don't listen to me. Just make sure you see
there.
a psychiatrist.
Now you
What'd
can
you
see it's
do?
purple. I
What'd you
changed my
do?
ring light. When it's on the
Oh,
bright ring light, it's blue, and then see, it's purple.
You also look
Ta-da!
tanner.
Ooh. Okay. We have a lot to do tonight. So let's
do it.
The point of that tangent was that although
It's
I think
sad.
it's really important to be following her case, it is really heavy. It just like actually the kind of
Can't
good
do
news
it.
is the prosecutor's doing such a terrible job that the like sadness that I thought I was going to feel watching it has actually just been replaced by rage. And I feel like in this case, that's a better place to be. Like what I mean, for anybody who was watching today, like she just overdid it so much with the first responders that by the end, it was like her tone was so apathetic that it just lost whatever like heartstrings she was going for, and instead just ended up being like, okay, lady, like, shh, shh, no, stop it.
This
You
is
stop it.
the same wine that you were showing last week.
I
You're
don't
like, I
remember
love this
last.
attorney. You're like, I love the attorney that.
Oh, Kevin Reddington. He's the defense
Yeah,
attorney.
yeah, and the prosecutor was like, "Oh, so we're just gonna whitewash over all this," and the judge kind of put a smack down on her.
Yes. Boozy, can anything go off the rails if we were never on the rails in the first place? Let's get on the rails. Here we go. Here's the plan. Because of all of that, I wanted to do something fun. And I had this idea a very long time ago, and then it felt like too much work. So then I just never did it.
What
And
she's
you had
saying,
asked
y'all, is that she didn't know
recently.
how long this was gonna last.
No. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do this for Hank's diary. We'll get there. But then it was like, oh, that's actually like so much work. But it doesn't really feel like work if I'm doing it with you. So we're gonna have fun.
Thank you.
You had mentioned Hank's diary recently, and that you didn't know what people were talking about when they talked about
No.
Hank's diary. So I'm going to start by introducing to you and everybody Hank's diary. Let me tell you, actually, yeah, let's do a Baker update first for anybody who
Oh, hey, I just got
doesn't know.
a message from him.
What'd he say?
Like, it just came. It
Tell him to
just
go to
popped in
sleep.
like 2 minutes ago. Yes, what he said.
Tell
He said,
everybody what's going on with Baker.
I got a message this morning, and let's see, where's the original message?
Yay.
Let's see here. He said, he's in the hospital. This is him. No, he didn't really say no, but that's what I imagined. No, I'm in the hospital, so you all run the ship without me.
That's all he said. He didn't say why.
No FNL this week. They want me here for a couple of days.
But he didn't say why.
Oh, he Side Eyes has it right. So then it was like this is on a group chat with him, me and Valhalla, and he said Valhalla's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I'm reading group chats. And Baker said that they think that it's pancreatitis. Pancreatitis. And
Pancreatitis.
but there's been no update since then. And so that's what it was really kind of scary. And then I just got an update from him, and he said that it's 3 a.m. and he can still not turn in bed. And said that, but he can drink water and keep it in him. So I
that's
didn't
good.
know. Well, I didn't know he was vomiting.
Oh,
So yeah, that's but yeah, he's still going through it, y'all. Still going through it. So
well,
there you go.
it sounds like
Baker
he's in
update.
good hands. And I feel like once you're at a
He's in
hospital,
Denmark.
it's like, okay, yeah, where he's not going to go broke in the hospital just for like sleeping there for a night.
He's already broke. He's broken. He's the broken Baker.
Okay, so
But there is supposedly, as soon as somebody can find their ID, they're going to get a plane ticket and go over there.
is that someone you?
No, somebody left their ID in a bar. They remember what bar they went to.
Okay, let me tell you what the plan is for tonight. So, here's the backstory. The very first day of the retrial for Karen Reed this year, I wrote a diary from the perspective of Hank Brennan, the defense attorney. I mean, the prosecutor. Whoa. Let me just like make my brain work for a sec. Okay. Prosecutor, special prosecutor Hank Brennan. And then people commented and they were like, you need to do this every day of the trial. And I was like, okay. So every day of the Karen Read retrial, I wrote a diary entry from either Hank Brennan or Adam Lally's perspective. And no, he's learning about this for the very first time. So,
No. So this is you were hold on, what'd you put it on? Because if this if your channel just started in October.
oh, this was just on Twitter.
Oh, okay, okay. That's where you got your start. Well, you're
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I feel like maybe I got my start on TikTok because I was like doing skits. So I was like doing skits. No, I was doing skits for like myself basically on TikTok. I did like a couple and then somebody posted one on Twitter. It like kind of went viral. And then she was like, you should come see, like people loved your video on Twitter. I went over to Twitter. I was like, what's this? I got doxxed like one day in by the antis. I was like, this place is crazy. Then I was there until, yeah, all that. Okay. So I posted these diary entries. And then when the trial ended, then people were like, you should put the diary entries into a book. And I did. And then I like got scared to publish it because I was like, I don't know, that feels like copyright. I don't know. It feels, I didn't know what I'm allowed to like write from Hank Brennan's perspective. I don't know. I freaked out a little bit. So I made a book and I'm going to show you that in a second. And then during the trial, I was doing skits of the trial that you've seen where I was like being Hank Brennan. And then people were like, you should do Hank's diary like as a skit. So then I did that. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to watch Hank's diary videos that I made. And during them, I like reference specific points that happened during the trial. So then we're going to jump over to some trial footage and we're going to watch what the heck I was talking about in Hank's diary and then go back, watch some more Hank and then some more trial, and then some more Hank, and then some more trial. And so if there's anything, because really this goes like day by day of the trial. And if there's anything that like you have questions about from Hank's diary, then you'll be able to be like, who was that? What was that? And then I can pull up that footage from the trial.
So I'm going to be really impressed. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So this is the book I made. I called it Read Between the Lines. This little Post-it note on the front of the book tells you what was in it. You can download it. I originally put this out as like a fundraiser for Aiden way back in the day. I donated I said if you want to make a donation, it's free to download or you can make a donation. And then people did. And then I sent it to Aiden. That was a while ago. Now you can just download it. The link is in this description. This little Post-it says Hank's diary, Lally's diary, coloring pages and activities. LOL, no tampering by Emily C. Okay, this is the table of contents. I did a fun little thing in the PDF where the table of contents is like linked, so you can like click on something and then it takes you to it. I just thought that was fun and cool.
I'm trying to download. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Don't download it now. Cool. Okay, just look. So we're gonna skip over Hank's diary and Lally's diary.
Oh, it's numerical.
We're gonna see those tonight, but then these are the coloring pages. Hold on.
Do I get extra credit for color? I can't say in the lines.
This one says criminals run Norfolk County. Freedom of speech is a constitutional right. Light is the best disinfectant. Journalism is not a crime. What is done in the dark will come to the light, which is happening in Stoughton right now. Protest is free speech. Who gets free speech in the United States of America? ? Free speech, free country. Justice for Sandra Birchmore. We never should have had to free Karen Read. Free Turtle Boy. We ain't got no quit. Free the turtle. First, they came for the journalists, and we don't know what happened next. Oh, I like that. I forgot I even wrote. First, they came for the journalists, and we don't know what happened next. Yeah, I really like that. Free Turtle Boy.
No
Free Turtle Boy. That's when I never trust the crust. This is when I added it as a Aiden fundraiser. There's the Lexus in outer space. And
I was trying to figure out why it was on fire. I didn't even notice it was in space.
I just need a latte. Said Emily, I just realized I bought your coloring book. Like I bought it. I gave a donation and my brain just put 2 and 2 together that it's yours. Does that make sense? That makes a ton of sense. I love that. I love like picturing what just happened in your mind. These are quotes from the trial. Your sister's not answering the phone. I drew that. None of this was AI.
What?
I drew all of it. Yeah.
Whoa. Time out.
I didn't know about AI at that. I drew Alan Jackson on my iPad. I would have used AI.
What? You can do this?
Okay, well, I wouldn't have done that now. If I had known that like AI existed, I
don't even know if it did exist back then.
I don't think I knew that like my iPad's not charged, otherwise I could show you. Yeah.
Why isn't your iPad charged? You can use it as a screen.
I don't know. Okay, I plugged it in. I'll show you in like 10 minutes. We ain't got no quit. This took me a long time because Alan Jackson, you guys, doesn't have any eyebrows. And I kept drawing him as he is with no eyebrows. And it was freaking me out so much. I finally just had to give him eyebrows. Because if you look at him now, you're never going to unsee it. He does not own eyebrows.
I think that eyebrows, when you draw them, they're supposed to go like this. Learned that this week.
That's just
like arches. They're supposed to be arches. Turtle Boy.
But yeah, he doesn't have any. Maybe he needs to follow her and know how to make eyebrows. This is Jessica Hyde.
You drew
May
that?
The 4th be with you. Yeah. That's Yuri Buchanan. English is a third language for me, so if you can bring up the Webster's dictionary, I can read it out. I didn't care about not giving him eyebrows. This is the quote from Plevin's book. Her face suggests the deep depths of motherly fortitude common to survivors of Irish poverty. These women know how to bear suffering.
What? That didn't even make sense.
Okay, so what is his real name? Kevin. What is his last name? What is his real name? Plevin, whatever. He wrote a book about the Karen Reed trial, and in it, he's like very close with all of these people. So he like interviewed Brian Higgins, and he wrote this whole passage about Jen McCabe and how Jen McCabe is like so petite and beautiful and like blah blah blah. And then he was like, and her sister Nicole, her face
looks like Mother Hubbard.
The deep depths of motherly fortitude common to survivors of Irish poverty. These women know how to.
This is Irish potato.
This is where Irish poverty face came from.
But that's a horrible. Like the whole sentence is horrible.
I know. I love that nobody in the chat lend a hand there. I was like, I love that nobody in the chat said his real name.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melissa.
Deep depth of motherly fortitude. That means that she just has a lot of kids. Oh gosh.
It's like when you're little and the ice cream truck was at the street next door, and I'm like, did the ice cream truck come? I was really proud of her hair.
Street
and then I kind of gave up on her mouth. Yeah,
is that what she said? She said that at the street next door.
We're actually going to watch that tonight. Yeah, that's. I
thought we watched it.
We're on that. Yeah, that's on the agenda for tonight. Yeah, the cross. I had a ham sandwich.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Actually, this is the one thing I got lazy about. That's clip art.
And
then there's activity pages. Yeah. Then there's activity pages.
Did you make these too?
Yeah. So there's a crossword puzzle that says then a hero comes along, and it's all of the good people. So like all the people around the sides are the names you have to find in not a crossword puzzle. What am I saying? A word search.
Why am I in your circle? Like, you are way too talented to be around somebody like me.
This is
What
the
is
kindergarten
happening
teacher
here?
in me that was like, this is like pent up kindergarten teacher that has no outlet for this anymore.
Oh, I'm a kindergarten student.
I mean, this one
I
was
forgot about
really
that part.
kindergarten. Like this find and count was just like my go-to in kindergarten. You just throw a bunch of random things and be like, count how many Massachusetts State Police badges there are. This was really just like pent up kindergarten teacher in me.
13. There's 13 of them.
Okay. This is a maze. Help Shannon Burgess get his degree.
Did he ever get it?
No, he got a new job though. This
Kirk
one
driving
is
school?
called, I was really proud of this title, Crosswords, like a crossword puzzle, but crosswords, because it's fill in Proctor's crossed words from his text transcripts. It's like, there will be some blank brought on the girl.
I don't even know.
Blank, I truly hate him. I don't know that without a doubt he's got blank too. I actually don't even know what that was. These are like things that like were burned into my brain at one point, and now what is that? Without a doubt he's got blank too. What is that?
Oh, you
Charges?
know what? It might be more fun to just make up things.
He didn't do anything wrong. He's a Boston cop too. Okay, here's how many differences can you spot between Chloe and Cora? The only problem is when I first like released this, people were like, I found whatever 12. Is that the right answer? And I was like, I actually have no idea. There's no
Did
answer.
you draw
key.
the dogs?
Yeah.
You can draw a dog's face straight on?
Yeah, I traced it. It's like on, hold on, I'll show you. My iPad's at 2% now. We got 2% battery. Oh wait, I have an external charger. Hold on 1 second.
I'm so amazed. Did you guys know? I mean, she's very talented, but like, this is why I stutter and feel awkward because I don't belong around talented people.
This is a very specific talent that really has no use at all, except in this one instance.
Drawing? If I could draw, I would be busy all day long. I would have the coolest drawings. I'd draw comic books.
Oh man, we have to
I
wait
can't
again.
trace.
It's doing this.
Well, it's up there.
I'll show you in a minute. God damn it.
Big Harbor, I really am liking this right now. I just tried it all night.
Oh, expert was putting on Bay Harbor Beauty products when backstage. Sorry.
Boy, she likes to tell secrets, doesn't she?
I didn't know that was a secret.
I don't think your girls ever seen me put lotion on my face before. That's my wife.
I saw it, so I didn't know I wasn't supposed to talk about it. Oh, find my iPad alert. Clearly, the last time that I needed my iPad, I couldn't find it. Welcome to my life. Okay.
You need to set it up as another screen.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work.
You plug it in. Plug it into your computer's all.
Where did all these go, anyways?
100%. Prince, 100%.
Practicing lettering, practicing doodling, trying animation. All of mine are like, you don't know how to do it. Trying pet portraits. This is what I've titled all of my things on Procreate. Making projects. Is it? Nope. In the middle. Done. Nope.
Like I
don't know where I saved all of this.
Procreate is, but why don't you tell me what it means to?
Procreate is the best app for. It's like you have to pay for it. It's like $12 or something.
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
But it's there's no like subscription or anything. You just pay one time, and then you can just make a lot of stuff. I don't know where I saved any of these. Man. Well, I'm wasting your time. But I'll show you something else. Like when I drew Carter a bunch of random bluey stuff.
That you drew that?
Yeah.
Like,
I drew this
oh,
one.
hey, speaking of Bluey, somebody said that
Duck cake.
you drew that?
I'll find
my
the ones
gosh.
from this at some
You
point.
need a printer. You do. Like after making fun of me for a printer, so you can print. What is that? Did you draw that? That
Help
would
the
drive me
ghost of
nuts.
help the ghost of the Canton Sallyport get to 34 Fairview before the CERT team realizes there's no taillight there.
I
There's
thought
the
about that this week
ghost,
too.
and there's the CERT team.
Well, there's a ghost.
See, this is why it's important that Mitchell doesn't have ads. Procreate sounds like an adult website. Okay. Then this is a certificate of graduation from the Twitter Law School in honor of your successful completion of the rigorous curriculum of Twitter Law School. You can make yourself a diploma. And then there's finish the picture. This is my favorite page in the whole book. Who, if anyone, was driving the ambulance? You have to finish the picture and draw who, if anyone, is driving the ambulance. What is in the evidence cups? They're solo cups. Create a new Massachusetts State Police badge. This is when I got like really kindergarten teachery. I was just
No, like
really
that
bad.
right there. I think you just designed the new Massachusetts State Police badge. It ought to be just blank. Yeah, just blank. Can we just start over, please?
It's just a big poop emoji. I feel like you should have already been a member for events. But I guess I'll say thank you.
What happened? Thank you.
I said, I guess I'll say thank you, but I feel like Fervent should have already been a member. Where did the Lexus blast off to today? Make a label for your evidence. Paint
What
Judd.
would you label your evidence?
Depends.
That guy's got to be in other trials, and I can't believe nobody's found him yet.
Because Corey's perfect. Corey Hopkins, you should. I'm actually a terrible teacher. Okay, and then that's thank you. That's the Turtle Boy Defense Fund. You can still make a donation if you download this. But what we're going to talk about tonight is Hank's diary. So back to us.
You are so talented.
Thank you. Like I said, it's a very niche talent that really only has a purpose in a kindergarten classroom or, surprisingly, on YouTube, which is fun. I found a new little place for my talents.
You can draw all sorts of cool things. I mean, it's just, man, all those kids, like when I was in school, they were all drawing cool stuff, and I was like, couldn't draw anything. I couldn't draw a circle.
There's actually a book about that. It's called The Dot, and it literally starts with a kid saying, like, I can't even draw a circle. And then the teacher says, draw a dot. And then the kid goes like, and the teacher says, now sign it. And then the kid is like, well, I can make a better dot than that. So then they make like 5 dots, and then they make like big dots and little dots, and they end up making like all these like beautiful pictures of dots. And they realize that they just needed to try. You just need to try. Okay.
It doesn't work with
so here's
me.
the plan.
I've tried everything. Let me tell you what, I couldn't find my sunglasses tonight. These are backup sunglasses.
Oh, should I show everybody who you are?
Who am I?
Speaking of sunglasses.
Who am I? Oh, yeah. I have better hair, though. I have better hair, I think.
True.
And I'm wearing blue. My cat's breath smells like cat food. My walking band.
Okay.
Lisa, I choose you.
Okay, we're starting now.
Yeah.
Here's the plan.
Okay.
So I made these Hank's diaries into videos where I am Hank reading his diary. And Then we're going to watch a couple of them, and then we're going to pause that video and hop over to the real trial footage and watch what I was talking about in that moment. Does that make sense? I have timestamps and everything because otherwise this is going to be a whole mess. And if there's anything in Hank's diary that you're like, wait, what did you mean by that? What was that? You haven't taught me about that. I'll pause it. Well, you can ask about it. And then this will be a good way to make sure that we've kind of covered all the basics. Are you ready? And also, there are a lot of the haters on Twitter that have watched the one clip that they circulate of me where I'm doing Hank's closing that I was talking about last week. And they're all like, I can't stand Emily's voice. Now, just to be clear, I'm being Hank. So that's not how I normally talk. I don't know why that's so confusing for them, but anyways. Here we go. Buckle up. And when I made the videos of these, I added a poem at the beginning of each one. So the poem is extra.
Wait, are they your poems? Or are they like Robert Frost?
No, they're poems I wrote. You'll see. I have to go off camera for this because I actually can. Okay. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the diary entries I wrote this year. On the 18th of June in 2025, 0 jurors took my side. I showed up every single day to pink shirts outside court. I tried to tell the twisted truth, but justice still fell short. Karen Reed went on TV and said, it's all a lie. I clipped them perfectly and said, it's clear she killed the guy. She was drunk. She hit him. She left him to die. I said it over and over, but still no jurors cried. I hid Michael Proctor and the whole Albert crew. How could I have known Yuri would mess up that shoe? I helped Jen McCabe act like a normal hot mom. I still don't know why she told 911 he's gone. You can't blame me. I tried my best. You'll see in my diary to learn all the rest. April 22nd, 2025. I am brave. Dear Diary, today I did a great job using my big voice. I wore a new tie and everyone loved it. Carrie talked all about her friends. I hope I get a friend one day. It won't be Nuttall. That dummy told Jackson that I made him say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, but I didn't even. Tully did. Maybe the honorable judge will be my friend. She has a cool new curtain. Tomorrow, I will ask her where she got it. Time to get my beauty rest because I have another big day tomorrow. XOXO, April. Okay, we're going to pause there for a second. We're going to talk about Timothy Nuttall. Timothy Nuttall is a first responder.
Is that a real name?
Yes. And we are going to start with the first 1 second of his testimony. He was the first witness. He was like Hank's shining star. And I cannot even handle how much the first 1 second of him getting on the stand cracks me up so much. And in this, you will see, hold on, I have to remove this, add this. Okay. And I had to move us to the other side so I don't block the diaries. So this right here was Bev's new curtain. That was new for the second trial. And the rumor was that Adam Lally wanted it put up so he could just sleep because he's like sitting right here with the sun in his eyes. Okay. This is the first 1 second.
Why is the curtain see-through?
Why is the curtain a shower curtain? Why is the curtain so ugly? Why not just get a white curtain that nobody notices? Why
is there only
have
one panel?
Yeah, why is there only one? It doesn't even reach all the way across. So many questions.
Like, who bought that?
Boozy knows what we're about to see. So, well, according to Hank's diary, you will learn that Bev got it at a yard sale, but we don't really know.
One
Hi,
curtain?
Valhalla. Yep, just
Well,
one.
Hollow, what's up, man?
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Microphone down a little bit closer to you, please.
Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Excuse me.
Oh, he knows something. He's an
What?
EMT.
Watch Bev's face. She's so
Oh.
mad. She's so freaking offended. Watch.
Microphone down a little bit closer to you, please.
Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Excuse me.
Oh, she does a triple take.
Microphone down a little
It's
bit.
like she's like, okay, you know,
Or yes,
like
ma'am.
recognize him, and then she look right here. She what?
Excuse me? Oh, that's how it's gonna go?
To be fair,
Um,
didn't she have the same hair as like Greg Allman of the Allman Brothers?
You think I know who that is? Come on.
You know who Cher is? She was married to him for a while after Sonny.
Okay. I know who Cher is.
No, you don't.
But so
You
in
don't.
Hank's diary, yeah. Do you believe in life after love? Right?
I don't know. I don't listen to
Isn't that
Cher. I
Cher?
listen to the Allman Brothers. I'm an Allman. I saw the Allman. Never mind.
So in Hank's diary, I wrote, it won't be Nuttall. What did I say? It won't be Nuttall. That dummy said that I made him say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, but I didn't even. Tully did. So
So
I almost wanted to pull up his first trial testimony first, but then it was going to be too much Timothy Nuttall he's too much of a side character for us to spend that much time on him. But number one, he thought that he testified to the fact that John O'Keefe was wearing a big puffy jacket and he had to cut John O'Keefe out of this puffy jacket. And he remembered because there was like the insides of the jacket go everywhere and just none of that was true. So his memory was clearly like off. And then in his first trial testimony, if you add up the number of like scenarios where he said that he heard Karen say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, or Karen said, I hit him to him. And then he was it added up to like 7. It was like as if Karen was just running around the scene saying, I hit him, 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 I hit him. Like she didn't say anything else. She didn't do anything else. That's how ridiculous it was. So that's what they're going to focus on in this clip we're going to watch right now is Nuttall hearing Karen say, I hit him, which somehow is still like the smoking gun for people.
Yeah, well, people are so weird. But I just noticed, like Karen Reed, she's an attractive woman, but her eyes, and like her eyes are probably really, really something else outside of court. But man, the way she looks at people is like, it's like she doesn't even realize she's like agreeing or disagreeing. I'm like, oh, please don't do that. Like every time I see her do it, I'm like, oh, don't do that. And she's going to do it every time, though.
It got her in trouble in the first trial. I personally
did it?
loved it because I felt like I was like vibing with her. Like she was reflecting all of the same
you can
feelings that
imagine.
I was feeling. But for anybody who was like undecided or thought that she was guilty,
jury.
they're like, she's laughing, she's making faces, she's like giving the evil eye to Jen McCabe. And it's like, yeah, well, Jen McCabe earned the evil eye. But so it's funny that you said that because this is the second trial and this is her toning it down. She did tone it down a lot.
Oh.
But yeah, at a certain point, you start to think, well, you're sitting through your second trial being framed for murder, hearing lie after lie after lie about yourself, watching people just like the people who actually killed your boyfriend are framing you for it. And you just have to sit there and hope that like the jury sees the truth. And that has to be, there's not even a word for like what that must feel like.
Sickening.
Oh,
Those
those are flowers.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Those are flowers,
door
y'all. Have you seen those?
That door looked so boring. They're like floating flowers. I don't know how I feel about it now. It looks like very busy. Before it looked boring and now it looks busy. I need to like figure out a happy medium.
I can't tell that's flowers. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'll work on it. It looks really cute up in person. Okay.
Well, the polka dots do. And I did notice the polka dots in your work. coloring book.
I like a polka
Hank's
dot,
Diaries.
clearly.
Yeah. I like yellow polka dots.
Cute. Okay. So this is Nuttall
Bitsy ones.
talking about Karen saying, I hit him, 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 which nobody asked with what. So apparently she was just running all around going, I hit him, 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 I hit him. And nobody was like, with your hand? With a car? With a glass? With a what? Baseball bat? Nobody asked, apparently, even though she said it so many times, apparently. Okay, here we go.
Today, how many times have you testified under oath concerning the incident on January 29th, 2022?
Once at a grand jury hearing and once last year.
All right. As a matter of fact, last year in this courtroom.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you look over your testimony at the grand jury 3 weeks ago during that meeting?
No, sir.
What about the testimony from last year?
We did go over the testimony from last year. Yes, sir.
Were there any issues that Mr. Brennan or anybody else in that meeting brought up concerning any of your testimony?
There was just a question of how many times the I hit him came up. It was 3 times.
And were you advised that that's not what you said at your testimony last year?
No, sir.
2 times?
What was that?
You said it was 2 times last year?
I honestly can't recall, sir.
Okay. But you just saw that, or you just read that and went over that 3 weeks ago.
I believe so, sir. Yeah.
But you can't remember, as you sit here today, just 3 weeks ago, what y'all discussed in terms of how many times you previously testified that you heard the phrase, I hit him.
So previously testified possibly to 2, but it was 3.
Okay. Your memory is clearer now than it was, for instance, a year ago when you testified.
Repeat that?
Sure. Your memory is clearer now as you sit here that it was 3 times you heard that than it was a year ago when you testified that it was 2 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does your memory
My memory gets clear.
Generally? Your memory. I'm not talking about the royal you. I'm talking about you.
In certain settings, I mean, there are certain things about different aspects that I recall better than others.
Okay. And does your memory tend to get better or does it fade over time? That's my question.
It can fade over time, but it depends on the context.
But in this case, you're telling this jury that your memory is better now than it was a year ago when you testified about the exact same circumstance, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You then met about a week after that, which would be 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Who'd you meet with then?
The same.
And what did you discuss at that meeting?
Again, just prior testimony, and that was really the gist of it.
And tell me the specifics of the prior testimony that you.
Again, it was the how many times we had talked about saying I hit him. Again, it was 3 times.
How many times we had talked about saying I hit him is a crazy way to phrase that. We had talked about saying how many times. Okay.
And then there
It
was
says
also
a lot.
a video that was played for me.
If I'll take the video in just a second. If y'all had met 3 weeks ago and you indicated to Mr. Brennan that it was actually 3 times, not 2 times that you heard the I hit him, why did you need to discuss it again a week later to verify the 3 times versus 2 times?
Not sure, sir. That was just the way that the conversation went. And I just, again, repeated what I said and what I remember from that morning.
Well, tell me about that conversation. Did Mr. Brennan say anything like, well, are you really sure that she said it 3 times?
It was that morning what was said to you. And I said, I hit him. That was how it went that morning, and that was how I remember it.
Okay. And did Mr. Brennan say, well, that's not
That was how I remember it.
consistent with how you've
It
testified
didn't go that way.
concerning the number of times you heard the I hit him phrase?
Yes, sir.
He did say that.
He wanted to, he acknowledged that I had said it twice. However, again, as I mentioned, it was said 3 times to me.
So now you do remember last year that you only said you only said that it was repeated twice.
One more
Correct?
time, sir.
So now you do recall that last year when you testified, it was inconsistent with how you're testifying today. Let me put it that way. Correct?
I believe I said I hit him twice on the stand last year.
Right. And if you're saying I hit him 3 times instead of twice, that firefighter Nuttall is inconsistent with your testimony today. Correct? You
Yes,
agree
sir.
with that?
But that is how it went that morning, sir.
Okay, that's not my question. Let me see if I can do it again. So I'm asking you if you testified.
I love the size.
Yes, sir.
You heard the phrase twice.
Mhm.
And now a year goes by and you're testifying in front of this jury this year that you heard it 3 times. Those 2 statements are inconsistent with one another, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you talk at the meeting 2 weeks ago about any other inconsistencies with your testimony?
Not to my knowledge, sir.
Well, you were there. You
No.
say not to my knowledge, meaning.
No, sir. We did not.
Okay. So it was just about the number of times that you heard the phrase, I hit him, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You cleared that up in the 2 meetings, 3 weeks ago and 2 weeks ago. What did you talk about last night?
Mostly just making sure that everything was as it had been. I mean, and by that, I mean, it was 3 times and that we were continuously making sure that everything was the way that it had happened that morning.
Everything was.
Do you know how easy it would have been to say, oh, last night we just talked about like what time I have to be at the courthouse.
That's what I was
and,
thinking
like,
he's going to say.
yeah, no, he's like, we had
So
to
he was
figure out.
coached.
Yeah. So, and he's.
Should be mistrial right here.
None of them were confident in the first 2 coaching sessions. So they needed to do a late night cram sesh right before he goes onto the stand to say like, okay, she said, I hit him. That's all we're going to do of Nuttall for now. That's all the time that he deserves. Now we're going to go back to Hank.
What's he doing now?
Oh, he's just still being an EMT, I'm sure. He sounded like he did. I will say, like, from his testimony, he did sound like he knew what to do, like, as an EMT. He just didn't really know how to be part
Kiss a
of
girl?
this farce. Yeah, or that. Yeah, Laleen gets it. Wait, my opening statement revolves around you. You're going to say 3 times, right? Hank's opening statement was literally like, Timothy Nuttall is a beautiful man. He woke up in the morning on January 29th, 2022, smiled in the mirror, fixed his hair, and said, today is going to be a beautiful day. Then he got into his ambulance. It was pristine. Oh, and he was like, he was early to work. His shift didn't start until 6, but he arrived at 5:30 because he's an overachiever. Like, literally, word for word, that's what he said. Feathers all over the ambulance. Yeah, that was just. This is literally when. So the jury foreman has now done a bunch of interviews since the trial ended, and he said basically like one witness in, he closed his notebook and he was like, "No, I get what's happening here." And didn't take another note for the entire trial, to the point that like people were reporting that like Aiden was like in the courtroom saying on Twitter, like the foreman hasn't taken any notes, and everybody was like, no, like this is crazy. This is going to be, and no, he was not taking any notes because he saw the truth. Oh yeah. They talked about furrows. What he called the scratches on John's arm furrows. We could do an entire day just on Timothy Nuttall, but we're not going to because he doesn't deserve it. Back to Hank.
2025. I am enough.
This kills me.
Dear Diary, what a roller coaster today was. This morning, I barely got to use my big boy voice, and Mr. Jackson got to talk about all of my favorite things like lying. But that all changed after I talked to Peg, because I got to be so mean about Karen's videos. To be honest, Diary, I don't really understand what she meant in any of those interviews, but I just told everyone she knows she hit John. Ugh. Then I had to talk about technology, and it was so boring. I couldn't even trash Karen at all. I just started randomly shouting just to keep myself entertained. XOXO, Hank. P.S. Yesterday, I was jealous of all of Carrie's friends.
But today I found out Jen McStar Witness is just using her. PPS. I asked the honorable judge where she got her new curtain, and she said yard sale, so I probably can't get matching friendship curtains. April 24th, 2025. I am very special. Dear Diary, today was a short day, so I don't have much to say. I kind of hope the jury forgets the texts and videos from today. Karen and John sounded normal. Why couldn't she have just said, I'm going to smash you with my car tonight? Have I mentioned how annoying Turtle Boy is? He always calls me Spanky, but I've never spanked anyone. What a dummy. He did say I'm doing a much better job than Lally, though. That's true. That's why I never let Lally speak. XOXO, Hank. April 25th, 2025. Dream big. Dear Diary, TGIF. Sheesh, what a week. Today we took a field trip to 34 Fairview. We all rode the bus like in school. I was singing Nickelback the whole way. The jurors all smiled at me. I know they loved it. And thank goodness, because no one told me how small the yard at 34 Fairview is. That wasn't in the transcript from the last trial. There's no way Karen hit him and then no one saw him laying there. Oh, Diary, what has Hanky gotten himself into?
Where do you come up with this?
Relaxing bubble bath. XOXO, Hank. April 28th,
My brain is a weird place.
No, you can't be sitting here going.
Dear Diary, remember that time we went camping
Singing
and
Nickelback?
a swarm of mosquitoes got into our tent and bit us the whole night, and then I had an allergic reaction? That's the energy I brought to court today, trying to keep the ARCA hunks out of testifying. I know it was wrong, but I had to. Even my own expert witness today kept saying things about John going in the house. We shopped all the way to Canada to find a guy who wouldn't say that, and now he's turning on me too. Hank.
Okay, so now we're going to check out Ian Whiffen and the ARCA hotties. So in that, Hank said, Hank, this is my alter ego, Hank. Also, side note, towards the end of the trial, I felt like I spent so long getting into Hank's brain that by the end I could like read his mind, and it was really weird. Okay, so at the end of
Wait, was this more witchcraft?
Yes. Also, somebody had the username the other day, Salem Bitch Project, and I can't get that out of my head. I loved it so much. Okay, I said, that's the energy I brought to court today, trying to keep the ARCA hunks out of testifying. I know it was wrong, but I had to. Even my own expert witness today kept saying things about John going in the house. So we're going to watch his expert witness tell us where John's phone was. I have two clips. One of them has an end time, one of them doesn't. So hopefully earlier me knew what I was doing. Let's see. See if I trust early me.
2025.
Can you hear that? Did I press sound?
Yeah.
Okay. That you had more of a description of what was happening at this time with the phone, namely device bearing shifts to a westerly direction as location records also show the device moving west from the roadside towards the house. Isn't that what you had in your report?
Yes, that's covered in the location section of this report, the PowerPoint.
So there is no...
Who's this guy?
In this timeline.
This is Ian Whiffen.
Where's he from?
He's from Canada. Well, first he's from the UK. He tells us that he couldn't get a degree. He doesn't have a degree because he's from the UK. They asked him if he had a degree, and he said, well, no, because I'm from the UK. As if they don't have like Oxford there. You can't get degrees
I was trying to think
there.
of that. Yeah, Oxford. Do they have anything else? I don't
And
know.
so he works for this company called Celebrate, and
Cellulite?
pretty much, yeah.
That's my
And
buddy.
they were the ones that were hired to analyze the 2:27 a.m. Google search that Jen McCabe made when she wrote Haas Long to Die in Cold. And he was brought in to say, no, that Google search wasn't made at 2:27. She actually made it at 6:24 on a tab that she opened at 2:27, but it was different than the tab that she used at 6:23 because she made a different search at that time, and it got all mixed up and blah blah blah, which is what led to Crime
And they
Tab.
had to
which I
rewrite
can
their
explain.
entire program.
Yes. So now he deleted, there are no timestamps now at all. So any trial that you ever watch where they're like, and so for instance, Brian Walsh made these very incriminating Google searches immediately after his wife was supposedly killed by him, where he said, like, dear Google, like, what do I do with my wife's body? How do I chop her up? Basically, paraphrasing, but it was essentially that. And they should have just gotten
something else.
Well, I don't know why the Larry Tipton,
Why
his
you would
defense
chop up your
attorney.
wife's body to begin with, but you know.
Well, do you know that this is such a side note, but his defense was that he went up to bed and she was already in bed, and then she was just dead. Like it was like sudden adult death syndrome, and she just died. So then he had to chop her. It was like the craziest trial. But I don't know why Larry Tipton, his defense attorney, didn't just bring in Ian Whiffen to be like, no, he made those Google searches like in October when he was watching like a documentary, and it had nothing to do with this at all. But that's neither here nor there. Because after they hired him for the 2:27 and they realized like, oh, this guy will do anything for us. Also, they didn't even pay him. Like they literally he didn't. So like they paid Judd Welcher and Aperture $400,000 plus to paint themselves blue, but
plus a car.
They literally only paid for Ian Whiffen's like room and board, basically. Like they paid for his flight and his hotel, and that was it. They didn't even give him like it's crazy.
Why did he do it? Why did he accept it?
I think it was like a resume builder, like put his name on the map. I honestly don't know.
So now you know why in trials when they start questioning the expert witness, it's like, you know, they have to ask all these questions about like your schooling and this and that, which you don't have to have any of that to be an expert. Like you have to know your subject. And then it's like, you know, how much did you get paid? Which that one drives me nuts because I'm like, they're trying to play that against the jury. But if it sounds like a resume builder and it looks like a resume builder, it might be a resume builder.
Right. And it's like, how much did you get
Might be
paid?
an intern.
It's either he's getting 0, which is weird, and Aperture's getting 400,000, which is weird. And then you'll see in a second, actually. I don't know if we'll get to that part of the voir dire. I wanted to show you a little bit of Hank's voir dire of ARCA, where he's mad that they got like $20,000. It's like these are like $599,000. First they got 400,000, then they got extra. And then also Shannon Burgess did some work for free just because he was like, yeah, I just like wanted to add to my report for funsies. So anyways, after they realized that Ian Whiffen was like a guy who would do anything for them with the 2:27, they were like, oh, I need you to explain John O'Keefe's phone location in a way that shows that he didn't go in the house. But then suddenly Ian Whiffen like couldn't lie so badly. So that's what we're about to watch right now, where he's going to get all tangled up trying not to say that John's phone went in the house, but also trying not to lie about the fact that he knows that John's phone did go in the house.
Under any type where you had concluded that at this time the record showed that the device was moving west from the roadside towards the house, correct?
The location, latitude, longitude was moving westerly, but at the same time, the accuracy was increasing. So it didn't intrinsically prove the device was moving.
My question.
So what he just said was that
the phone was moving towards the house. And
Stop
at
it.
the
Stop
same
it.
and at the
Oh,
same
just
time
stop.
the location was improving. Now, for anybody who might be new to the planet Earth, improving means getting better, means more accurate.
You're getting closer
So
to the source.
he's able to say more accurately that the phone is getting closer to the house, and the accuracy is improving. But he spins that as, but the phone accuracy was improving.
Question, Mr. Whiffen, is straightforward in this sense that I'm just looking for an answer of whether on this timeline you included the analysis that you had in your report that the device at this time was moving west from the roadside towards the house. Did you include it in that timeline?
No, I left it out of the timeline.
Next entry. 27.
So now we're going to skip ahead just a tiny bit. 28:42.
What's this guy doing now? He's back in Canada?
Oh, he is on. Well, actually, we're going to see him in the Lindsay Clancy trial soon. Unclear
I wish
why.
somebody would have called ICE. Right in the middle of trial. That was awful of me, y'all. I'm sorry. But it's kind of funny, though. And like that, because like guy, I mean, we were talking about Baker earlier, right? He's from Denmark. But the very first thing I would say to him, I'd be like, now, is this in American, like, freedom units, or is this in the weird metric stuff?
Freedom units.
I would just mess with him the whole time because you want to make him frustrated and mess up.
Don't get Boozy started on the fact that there's no cell phone service directly in front of 34 Fairview. When you drive by, your phone literally goes like, doot, no bars, back to bars like 1 second later. Anyways.
Because you go to that other jurisdiction. The other 911
it switches. That was the whole thing that Karen's phone switched towers. That actually probably is what it is. Her phone switched towers. And they tried to say that she... What?
Isn't the dude, the homeowner, I forget which one it is right now, but any on the county commission or the county
Chris
town
Albert
council or
is.
whatever?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm so proud when you know things. Chris Albert is not the homeowner, but close.
Okay. So they also they approved the permits for cell tower builds.
Oh,
I think it's kind of funny that his house is a zero area where you can't.
It's not his house. It's his brother's house. Well, it's the house he grew. It's the house he grew up in. So
they have a dead spot.
Going in there.
Do you know where a dead spot is that you could go to and not be seen, not be found on anything?
Yeah,
my phone. Have the NSA be able to find you? No, nobody does.
Okay, for anybody in Norfolk County, I have Verizon. It is the worst service on the my phone doesn't work anywhere. I have to have my phone on airplane mode all the time in my house, or I have no service in my own house. There's like 7 spots that I know I have service when I'm like out and about, and everywhere else, like it just doesn't exist. It's so annoying. Okay. Back to Ian Whiffen, who's going to continue telling us how the phone definitely went in the house. John's phone was in
the device was at that location and was moving toward the house. That's possible, correct?
Based on location data, yes.
Now what I'd like to do, please, is to go stay on that report. And the third paragraph says, the reason for such low accuracy location data at this time is not known, as there are many possible reasons why the accuracy was reduced. There's a little grammar issue there, but in fairness to you, sir, we do that when we write down the report. But I think that your intention here is, why the accuracy is reduced at this point, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. This could include reasons such as the device entered a building covered area, the result of weather conditions, geography, poor connectivity, or interference, to name a few. So those are the reasons you gave, which could contribute to some low accuracy, correct?
Correct.
And interesting, the very first reason you gave is that the device could be entering a building or covered area. And that phraseology could include a house, correct?
Correct.
It could include a garage, attached to the house, correct?
Correct.
And it could include the house at 34 Fairview, and it could include the garage attached to the house at 34 Fairview, because both of those are buildings or covered areas, correct?
Correct.
Then you go on in the next paragraph to say it is known that the device was not being used at this time, and is this time that include that 12:37, 12-minute range, 12:25 to 12:37?
Yes, it was not being used for location purposes.
So that's another reason why, right, the accuracy could be a little bit on the lower side.
Correct.
Now, the next paragraph says, at 12:38:13, when the device begins recording higher, and that's relative to what it was recording before. It's not that it's high, but it's higher than what it was just moments before.
Correct.
The data centers on a location slightly closer to the house than the roadside, although several records show the same center coordinate with differing accuracy radii. Some of these location records are shown in the map below in white. So let's go down and look at what you had in your report for the area in white. In the area in white that you're referring to, there are two white circles, the largest one there. This, in fact, was a depiction that you included in your report on page 29, correct?
Correct.
Interesting and notable. You did not include that depiction in your timeline that you discussed with the jury yesterday, did you?
I did not know.
But it was important enough for you to put that depiction in your report, correct?
Correct.
And notably, the larger white circle covers a substantial amount of the house at 34 Fairview, correct?
Correct.
You know what room this is right here?
The naked room.
That's the living room with the ridged surface where the fireplace is, where there's no more rug. Ask Boozy about the rug, where there was once a rug and now there's not.
Sorry.
And
by the way, I noticed
where,
that measurements are in metric.
yeah, no freedom measurements here.
Yeah.
That area is also where Brian Albert said that he brought Chloe back in and was with Chloe inside where the people were just for a little bit. So
their living room where everybody would be at any time is a dead spot.
The fam floor plan, that's what Julie Nagel says when she tried not to say the word family room and instead said everybody was in the floor plan. Shout out to Samantha Benigo for catching that. Okay, next in that last Hank's diary, I wrote, remember that time we went camping and a swarm of mosquitoes got into our tent and bit us the whole night and then I had an allergic reaction? That's the energy I brought to court today, trying to keep the ARCA hunks out of testifying. So we're going to watch a short voir dire where Hank decided to be the most... I don't know. Where Hank decided to be the most annoying person on earth to try to keep ARCA out of being able to testify. Now, number one, you have to know there was no reason for them to be here in the first place. They were hired by the feds. They were unbiased. The end of that conversation. But Hank decided that he needed ARCA to fly in on Karen's dime to have this conversation. Spoiler alert, they get to testify. So there was no point in this except to drain Karen's resources and for Hank to just practice bullying them.
Still back in April. You're moving ahead to May when you first started billing. I want to talk about back in April. Do you remember having conversations on April 24th with Mr. Jackson? Do you remember that?
I'm going to allow that.
So just to be clear, for anybody who's not aware. So this is a voir dire where in the middle of the trial, they send the jury home for the day. This is not in front of the jury. And it's for Hank to be able to prove that ARCA shouldn't be able to testify, basically.
But they brought the ARCA in?
Yeah, on Karen's dime.
That doesn't make sense to me. But he has the Fiji bar, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he knows what's up. He brought the good
Don't
water.
drink Massachusetts water.
Look, you don't get that skin from drinking Dasani.
Remember that
No,
there
you
were
get it from
conversations,
this
yes,
stuff.
specifically what they were too. I remember, I think they were brief, but I don't remember the specifics of them, no.
Well, in the brief conversation, what do you briefly remember about that brief conversation, Doctor?
Well, as I mentioned, I think I had finally received clarification from the DOJ, so I think I was letting him know that I had received that clarification.
Sir, you said that was the first call. There were more than one call. There was then 2 calls to the main line. What did you discuss with him during those calls?
Well, to be honest with you, the call to the ARCA main line, I don't even know if I spoke with him. That's just to the main line, not to me directly. So he could have spoken to a receptionist who then tried to get a hold of me, right? So I don't know if that specific call to the main line was to me or someone else at ARCA.
Well, this is a new relationship, right? You're working on a contract with the federal government. You have only spoken to Mr. Jackson, according to you, twice. You don't remember the early conversations with them and what they were about?
I'm sorry, are we talking about now at the end of April
Yeah,
still?
we're still talking at April. April 24, 2024.
Yeah, as I just discussed with you, from what I recall, it was relaying to him the clarification that I got from the Department of Justice.
Right, but that doesn't take more than one call, does it?
I don't know. He may have been in court. There might have been some phone tag.
Hank, it took you 3 meetings to tell Nuttall to say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Like, this guy needed to make
3
sure.
meetings, 3 times.
This guy needed to make sure that he wasn't breaking federal guidelines by working directly with Karen's team after he was hired by the feds. Actually, after he was hired by Adam Deitch.
Don't know, sir.
Well, there was a 9-minute call on April 24th, and then there's 2 calls to the ARCA main line, 3 minutes and 2 minutes. Do you remember any of those calls?
Again, when you say 3 minutes and 2 minutes, that makes it sound like, in all likelihood, he contacted the ARCA main line, got a hold of a receptionist or my project manager, and couldn't get a hold of me.
Are you just making that up, or that's what happened?
Sir, that is my best guess. I don't recall from a year ago.
When I asked you to guess, I'm asking for your testimony.
That's what I recall, sir.
Do you recall him calling a secretary on the main line? That's what you recall?
He very well could have. I just don't know, sir.
But you're making a representation that you recall him using a secretary in the main line. I'm asking what you actually did and actually said. Do you remember speaking to Mr. Jackson?
Objection, relevancy.
Or anybody on the defense team after that initial call back on April 24th, 2024? Do you remember those 2 phone calls?
Objection, Your Honor. So let's get an answer.
I don't remember those phone calls specifically, no, sir.
Okay. Give an answer.
Do you remember the phone call on April 30th, 2024? Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that call, sir.
Do you remember the call on May 1st, 2024?
I don't have the records in front of me, but was that a longer call by any chance?
It was 40 minutes long.
Okay.
Yep.
So then, yes, as I just described earlier, that would have been the call in which I went over with Mr. Jackson a little bit more about ARCA, my background, my education, qualification, the kind of casework that I do, things of that nature.
And did you discuss issues regarding this case?
No, sir.
So during the 40 minutes you spoke, you never discussed any of your findings that had already been made?
No, sir.
You've never discussed any of your testimony?
No, that would break privilege, or not privilege, but that your client
issued in February.
I understand the report. I'm asking.
But at that point, also, he could talk to Alan Jackson about anything that he wanted. He was being hired. He was hired by them. Like they could literally talk about anything. He was his expert at that point. Also, ARCA was available to the Commonwealth as well. Like
new rule about that
actually like makes me mad. My kind of understanding now, as I've like pieced together, is that Adam Deitch and the federal investigators who were looking into this, their investigation, when people say like nothing came from the federal investigation, well, like no, they say because nobody was like arrested. I think the federal investigation that they did went off exactly as it was supposed to. They were tasked with this conundrum where they're like, we have all of this evidence coming from this team, this defense team that's saying their client was framed. They're giving us credible evidence to look into this. They look into it and they're like, okay, what we really need to prove to be able to figure out if what they're saying is true was John O'Keefe hit by a car and did a car hit John O'Keefe? So they go out, they find the best experts to figure that out. They hire them, they get their conclusions, and then they hand over 3,074 pages of exculpatory evidence that says, hey, you have the wrong person. And in their good faith, they're thinking this district attorney's office is going to drop the charges on this person now because we just showed them that they have the wrong person. And when they didn't, that investigation that they had just completed wasn't accounting for the fact that there was going to be this additional level of corruption within the district attorney's office. And so at that point, you need a whole other investigation, or you need a whole other team. And Adam Deitch said, peace out. I'm going to go fix this from the inside. I'm going to go take the cancer out by myself. And then that's why he's running for district attorney.
Well,
anyways,
they
back to Hank's
replaced
diary.
the prosecutors. Change prosecutors.
Jed Bruno
who
sent
said
a gold coin. Thank you. What?
who says that?
And a floating
By the
heart.
way, your
And a
goal
flower.
was met. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like, so I get about half of the little the things pop up, and I haven't seen any pop up tonight. The jewels and the flowers and all that, which we were trying to figure out last week.
I don't think anybody's
And I
figured
still
them out.
I still
Cat
can't
Lady
download it.
Ballerina said that Ian Whiffen is on the prosecutor's witness list for Lindsay Clancy, which I have a feeling that because in Lindsay Clancy's case, they're making a case for why this one search that she did for this restaurant is important, but it really isn't in the scheme of like proving all this. Anyways, I have a feeling that they're bringing him in to Lindsay Clancy's case to like rehabilitate him, to make him look like he knows what he's talking about, so that then they can continue using him. It's like they're kind of bringing him in for this case that he's not really needed, so that then
Is
they
that
can
the
use him
British guy?
again. Yeah, in a case that they really
Okay.
do need him. Sunshine. Thanks, Lorraine.
And mine
People
aren't
are sending
popping up.
you little floating hearts now. Are you getting them?
No,
EJ
they're
sent
not
a
popping up
floating
over here.
heart. Darlene sent a gold coin. I don't have YouTube open.
I'm not getting. Oh, I get the ones at the bottom when you hit like the little, like, see, I'm hitting the hearts thing, but or the smiley face. So who's saying that the federal case it didn't prove anything because nobody got arrested?
That's like what all of the people who think Karen Reed is guilty. They're like, you could know
Well,
that she's
don't pay
guilty.
attention to them.
Well, I know that.
Because no, I guarantee you, the feds were not there to prove innocence or not. They weren't involved in that case. What they were there for was to see if there was a 1983 claim for Karen because of civil rights violation. Her civil rights were being violated. She was being prosecuted for a crime that looked like clearly, even if she did it, and we've talked about this before, even if she is she ends the heartbeat of John O'Keefe, the investigation was so bad that you have to question what other investigations have been treated that way. I mean, if they're going to do that on a murder, what are they going to do for a simple possession or a DUI or running a stop sign?
And I think like it's
Smart
almost
aleck.
like this was a test for them to know, to be able to. So at that point, they had already seen corruption in Norfolk County. So they had already looked into this like CDL scandal, which is a whole nother thing that we could talk about another day. Sandra Birchmore's case was already they were also already investigating like the cover up of Sandra Birchmore's murder by Matthew Farwell. And so I almost feel like this was a test for them of like, okay, if we can definitively prove that the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office is prosecuting the wrong person, and if we hand over that exculpatory evidence and they don't do anything, that proves to us for like, they don't know Michael Morrissey at like the level, like they're federal investigators. They're like big picture people. They're not like zoomed in on each individual district attorney, but now they're like zeroing in on what's going on within this one district attorney's office. And those 3,074 pages were kind of a test to be like, okay, there is a right path and a wrong path for this district attorney to take. Let's see which one he takes, which is why it's crazy that they're still like doubling and tripling down on it. Like they're just taunting the feds at this point. Also, like, feds, aren't you a little embarrassed? Like, don't you want to do a little bit more? Just saying. Back to Hank. Is that everything I had from that one? Yeah. Oh, then we're going to get into Jen McCabe. Ready, set, go.
April 29th, 2025. I'm okay. Dear diary, I just took a long bubble bath. Today was not a good day.
I lost the fight with the Arca hunks. I think tomorrow I need to start a new fight to exclude my guy, Ian Whiffen, because he spent the whole day telling Elise how John went in the house after I specifically told him not to. But diary, va voom! You should have seen Jen McCabe. I'm going to ask her where she goes tanning, because I think I need to start. She had a great idea to wear a big cross necklace. I think I will wear a matching one. XOXO, Hank. April. I got distracted. Okay.
Your nails are great in all these, by the way.
Thanks. We're going to watch, hold on, some
like
Jenny McCabe. We have Jenny McCabe 1 and 2. I don't even know if I have that sweater anymore. Where do all my clothes go?
Moss.
25, 40. I have Gen 1 and Gen 2. I don't know what either of these are. Oh, I do know what they are.
Sell your clothes. Have you ever thought about that?
I did that once, and I had like when we were moving, I sold like brand name things, and I ended up getting like $75 total, and I was like, this wasn't worth it. That was annoying. I feel like people who do it like okay. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Remove. Add to stage.
I just want to hang out at that little scene right there. I want to pull up a chair. That'd be cool.
It's so cozy.
Like I can feel the temperature.
Also, I have one without the Squirrel School sign. I like the Squirrel School sign better.
Yeah, I think the Squirrel School sign it makes the picture better. Not so much that it's Squirrel. I mean, it could be any sign, but it's like it's like you take a step back and you get a greater angle.
That's such a jump scare from like the cozy Squirrel School to Jen McCabe's scary face.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Here we go. I forget what this one is.
Or otherwise, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Those interviews have not just been over the period of weeks, it's been over the period of weeks and months and even years since this occurred, correct?
Yes.
You were contacted by another law enforcement agency that was not Massachusetts State Police and not Canton Police Department at one point in April of 2023. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I want to talk for a second about that series of interview or that interview. You were contacted at your residence by these members of this law enforcement.
Adam
agency,
Deitch.
correct?
Yes.
All right. Later that same day, you did sit down with those same law enforcement officers for a formal interview.
On that
same day that you were contacted by them, they also went into your home and actually interviewed you, correct?
Yes, it was brief.
All right. Those law enforcement officers identify themselves as being associated with an agency that is not Massachusetts.
Brief means that she said, actually, I need my lawyer. I can't answer any questions for you.
Oh, interesting. But she didn't need that for the...
Yep. She didn't need that for Canton Police or Massachusetts State Police. No, definitely not. In fact, she helped them a lot. Right now, wait, hold on. What was I just going to say?
Understood that they were
not... Are the questions too hard?
She's going to tell us what happened when Adam Deitch came to her door.
Well, he smelled really nice. Not like the usual people that show up.
Yeah, he looks so cute.
Matter of fact, he kind of smelled like an ice cream parlor.
Completely separate agency, is that right?
Correct.
During the course of that interview, those officers informed you very specifically, Ms. McCabe, that it is a crime to lie to them, even during an interview, correct?
Yes.
Crime. Federal crime.
Those law enforcement officers informed you that they were investigating certain circumstances attendant to John O'Keefe's death, correct?
They were very vague on what they were.
Understood.
I don't know what they were investigating.
But you did understand that it was having something to do with your involvement.
She allowed them in the house and she didn't know what they were there for?
January 28th, 29th, 2020.
What, don't allow police into your house, by the way, also.
sustained as to certain terminologies.
Sure. Let me see if I can rephrase that, Ms. McCabe. You were aware of the subject matter of their interview, right? They weren't interviewing about a car you bought last year.
Correct.
They were interviewing
You have a
you
Lexus?
basically about what you're testifying to here, correct?
When I first spoke with them, the conversation was pretty vague.
But the subject matter, vague or specific, was about this subject matter.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. They first contacted you telephonically. Called you on the phone. Is that right?
Actually, they walked up to my car.
They walked up to your car.
Yes.
Okay, that was the very first introduction, correct?
Yes.
At that point, they had not identified themselves, correct?
They didn't know.
All right, and at that point, you told them that you were not Jennifer McCabe. They asked you who you were, and you said, I'm Nicole.
I thought they were like selling something, so I was like, oh no, I'm not the homeowner.
Oh no.
Fair enough, fair enough. However,
Was she parked in her driveway?
After you said,
I think she was getting home from dropping her kids off at school. I think they were watching. I think they watched her probably for a few days and learned her patterns. And she just dropped her kids off at school. She hadn't brushed her teeth yet. She's about to tell us that. To be perfectly honest, I hadn't brushed my teeth.
I'm not Jennifer McCabe. You walked into the house. They then called you on the phone.
Yes.
They were still sitting outside your house.
I don't know where they were, but they did call me.
They were close by.
I'm not aware.
Well, the call came almost immediately after you walked back in the house, correct?
I'm not sure how much time had passed.
Give me an idea. It wasn't an hour. It was
soon after. I'm just not sure. I can't tell you where they were located. I'm sorry.
Okay. They told you that
No, because her house doesn't have
themselves as being law
cell
enforcement.
service either.
And they called me, yes.
Yeah.
And they told you at that time that they were not with.
I bet they have landlines.
Police department.
How annoying would that have been if they're sitting outside the feds or like trying to call her and they're like, God damn, no service here. And they have to drive around and find bars. They have like a whole stakeout set up and then they're like, shoot, freaking Verizon.
We're not with the troopers with Massachusetts State Police, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And they told you.
Also, can we talk about how her saying, I'm not Jen, I'm Nicole, is like, she knows they're the feds. You're just giving up your sister too? Like, what is that? Is nobody sacred to you? Nothing is safe in Jen
They would like
McCabe's
to have an
world?
interview with you. They'd like to
No,
sit
wait,
down.
hold on. Think about this though. So they will go walking up to her. She's sitting
Somebody in
her
the
car
chat is
from
going to
her
get
house.
mad right now that we're not just letting it play. What?
They're gonna have to chill out. So she's sitting in her car in front of her house, and these men come walking up to her, and they're just so nonchalant looking. They didn't identify themselves. They're not wearing, I mean, like you think of feds, you think about like Men in Black, right? Like
I
they're not
literally
wearing.
was just about to say they're walking up to here come the men in black.
It's always two things. Either you have the like Men in Black,
Galaxy
or they have
defender.
tack vests on, that say FBI or whatever. Like they're just wearing Squirrel School t-shirts,
Yeah.
and they go walking.
And she just
up,
thought they
and
were
they're like,
selling like Bibles. They were like,
Well,
you
at
saw
least dress like
you saw your
Mormons."
cross. Do you want a Bible to go with your fake cross?
So anyway, no, but like she has no idea. Is that right? Is
That's
that
what
common?
I mean, well, that's what
at
she's
that point,
saying.
she's lying to the
I think
feds.
right. I think there's a difference between what she's saying and what she was really thinking.
So you're trying to. You mean that there's something different between what she's saying and what the truth is?
Yeah, something
Oh,
like that.
Am I catching on
Okay.
yet?
Now she's going to tell us about how she lied to the feds, even though she knew it was a crime.
You would be willing to submit to an interview, but you needed about 10 minutes to get ready, correct?
Yes.
You ultimately did allow them into your home, and you did sit down for a formal interview with them, correct?
Yes, brief, but yes.
And it was during that formal interview inside the home that it was explained to you that it would be a crime for you to lie to them on any material issue, correct?
Yes.
During the course of your interview, your husband, Matt McCabe, came home. Is that right?
Yes.
As these law enforcement.
Also, expert, just so you know, every time she turns her head and looks like she's looking right into our souls, she's looking at the jury. So the jury's sitting right here, like on this side of her. So every time she turns and is like Every time she's like, yes, like so scary
Thank
in
you.
their faces. That's her looking at the jury,
Like,
trying to
from
be
what
like
I've heard,
so
that's kind of where she
believable.
was looking at me.
I know. She's staring into the depths of our
Enforcement
soul.
agents continue to question you, as law enforcement officers continue to question you at some point, you inform them that you did not feel comfortable with any further questioning and you suspended the interview, correct?
Yes.
Before leaving, however, those same law enforcement officers asked you if you had contacted anyone in those 10 minutes when you indicated, I need 10 minutes to get ready, between the time they called you and the time that they showed up and came inside your house, correct?
Yes.
You told them that you had contacted your husband, Matt McCabe.
Yes.
Which is why he came home, right?
Yes.
And you told them that you had called Carrie Roberts before they interviewed you, correct? At that moment.
I'm not 100% sure, but if you have it, it seems like something I would do, but if you have it, could show me.
Absolutely.
Refresh my memory.
Mayor, Coach briefly?
Yes.
Really, she's just like, what else do you guys know? I want to
She's
see what
watched
else
all
you
the
know.
crime shows. She knows how to do this.
Okay, if you recognize that as being a report of that interview, just generally.
It appears to be, yes.
Mayor, the folks who witness stand and stand by witness stand for a couple of questions.
Yes.
I can have that. Sure. I want to direct your attention from there.
Why? What's blue
Justice
have to
for
do with it?
JJ.
Starting with the second to the last full paragraph.
Why blue?
Top full. I'm sorry, page 4.
He has eyebrows, by the way.
You can review those 2 paragraphs, read them to yourself, and then look up and let me know when you're finished. May I approach on it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Did reviewing those paragraphs refresh your recollection as to whether or not, as to what you told those agents initially? I'm sorry, what you told those officers initially from that other law enforcement agency, about who you contacted in that 10-minute interval?
Yes, I told them.
And you told them that you had contacted your husband, Matt McCabe,
Yes.
and Carrie Roberts.
Correct.
I want to stick with that for just a quick second. One of the first calls you made after being contacted by these other law enforcement officers from a different agency, one of the first calls you made was to Carrie Roberts. Is that right?
She was the first one.
That's what I'm asking. One of the first 2 calls you made, your husband,
Right.
come home, there's law enforcement outside my door. I'm guessing is what you said, correct?
I don't remember my exact words now, but I did ask him to come home. Correct.
And
Yes.
Carrie Roberts.
Okay. Yes.
You wanted to let Ms. Roberts know that you had been contacted by certain officers from a different agency, correct?
I was curious if they had already been to her.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
You also wanted to find out, have these law enforcement officers from this different agency contacted her, correct?
Yes, because typically if you enter a town, she's.
Ms. McCabe, yes or no?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to
That's
explain.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Is that why you contacted her? To find out if, in fact, they had contacted her before you? Yes or no?
Yes.
And you also wanted to find out what she told them, if she had been contacted by them, right? That was your motive in calling her.
No.
So you just wanted to find out, had she been contacted? But
Yes.
if she had said yes, you weren't going to say, and what the hell did they say? What did they ask you?
Well, I can't say what I would have answered, what I would have asked her, but I know I was calling to see if they had been there. Yes.
That was
correct.
your intent.
I called to ask her if they had been there. Yes.
So that was your intent. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Your motive in calling Carrie Roberts at that moment before your interview was to ensure that your story would line up with her story, Ms. McCabe. Isn't that right?
No, that is not.
I just realized she was probably so scared when Carrie didn't answer. Because now because in her mind, she's like, the feds just went to Carrie. Now Carrie's not answering the phone. Oh my God, Carrie knows everything.
Carrie's the one that we didn't cover that much of, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll explain
And
Carrie
a few
later.
weeks ago, we went, yeah, okay.
You wanted to find out if she had talked to these particular law enforcement officers and what she had told them so that your story could somehow align or it could inform how you responded to questions that they asked you. Isn't that true?
That's not true.
I actually don't think that that's why she was I don't think they had already gotten their story straight. They already did their whole timeline. This is a year and a quarter later. I think that Alan Jackson's off on that. I think that she wanted to know, what did the feds ask you? Not what did you tell them?
Both know what happened. We don't have to have a story. There is no story. There's what happened, and that's it.
So if that's true, Ms. McCabe, you have no reason to call Carrie and ask her if she'd been contacted by these law enforcement agents. Because it's just the truth. Right?
We're going through this whole experience together. We call each other about everything. That's nothing more than that. I'm sorry.
Let her finish her answer. Go ahead, Ms. McCabe, you can finish that.
There's nothing more than me calling and saying, hey, did they come to your house? That's what we did when the media showed up, when Miss Reed's private investigator showed up. We just give each other the heads up, hey, somebody's coming. Because we're just like normal moms. We're not used to this.
And that's helpful in making
Oh, there's a
sure
normal mom's line.
consistent with the stories you tell to different law enforcement agencies. Correct.
Just normal
No,
moms.
we are not telling stories.
So let her finish. You said no what?
I said, no, we're not telling stories. We don't have to compare.
And if in fact,
Normal moms tell
it's just a
stories
no reason for you
to get you to go sleep.
who's contacted her when.
There's no inquiring. It's like when you're when the ice cream truck was at the street next door and I'm saying, did the ice cream truck come? It's really that simple.
So you asked a question.
What?
And that's all
Hold
for
on,
now
wait a
for
second.
that.
No, it's not because like I just now when I see this, I see her escalate. Like she's not sure of how she's gonna answer, so she starts talking quick, and she starts saying things that are weird. Like first of all, like how do you have a street next door? That
A
doesn't make
street
sense.
next
That's
door.
not a sentence.
When
The
the
ice cream truck is the
is at
street next door.
Street next door.
Do streets up there have
Wait.
doors? Is
You
that
guys,
common?
this is why we do Squirrel School. Like you're like experiencing this for the first time. I love this so much. Okay,
Is that
keep going.
But I don't know. I've never been in Massachusetts. I don't know. You guys have doors in your street?
No, that's not a thing. Also, like if the ice cream truck was on my street, I don't like call my friend across town and be like, "Hey, Liz, the ice cream truck's on my street." Her house is not near Carrie's house. It's like 6 neighborhoods away. Like
You
if
know it's
you
gonna become
called
a
her to
thing
say,
now.
like
I'm gonna
that's
like
just
take a
rude to
picture
be
of the
like,
ice cream truck and I'm gonna send it to you every time I see it.
you guys, he's becoming one of us. That is a thing that we do. That's not a thing that like you're not like, hey, the ice cream truck is at my street. Like if you called Carrie to say that, Carrie would be like, well, that's rude because it's not at my street and like it's probably not coming here. So like, thanks for letting me know, bitch. Bye. We're gonna see her unravel some more, but we're gonna go back to Hank's diary for a minute. Thank you, Scotty, for the Sunday.
I didn't get to see it.
Oh, I get it. The Sunday because the ice cream truck. I get it. Took me a second. Sorry, Scotty. That was really funny. I appreciate that. Also, just to prove, hold on. This was the picture that I was doing of Alan Jackson, and he doesn't have eyebrows in this picture.
He doesn't have a 5 o'clock shadow either.
Yeah. He got a bikini wax on he got a Brazilian on his face.
He has really big veins.
Mizzy gets it. You didn't have to compare because you already made your timeline. That's why I'm like, I feel like Alan Jackson was on the wrong path there. And anytime that Alan Jackson was like a little bit wrong in his questioning, I feel like it gave her some confidence. Like you can like see her being like, oh, wrong. Okay, back to Hank. For one
By the
more,
way,
we
it's
have
your
one
voice. When you started describing this, like I heard it the very first one. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it does!" I know who you're talking about, and you sound. How do you sound like this dude?
because I told you I like became him. Like it literally got to. I can't even explain
How'd
it.
you
It
fix
like
your
got.
hair?
Then I would be like watching the trial, and I would just be thinking like, "What is Hank gonna say today?" So I was like watching it through Hank's eyes.
Marriage is why we
I
are here today.
have Hank Holmes syndrome now. Wait, that was funny. Hold
Hank
on.
Holmes syndrome.
Yeah. Because I got it. I was captive by him.
Oh
Cassidy
my
said it. The
God.
FBI, Federal Bureau of Ice Cream. I love that. Okay. You're gonna get more Jen McCabe. So just hold your horses for 1 sec because there's one more.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Jen was on
I
this.
can't wait.
She was on the stand for a long time. So we got another Hank's diary about Jen and then another Jen.
What do you think she says about me when she watches these shows, chat? The guy's an idiot.
I'm assuming that she's one of the trolls that's in my mentions all the time.
I'm sure she's like 6 of the trolls on my block list, actually, to be perfectly honest. So I think I could know what she says if I analyzed them.
Did you
enough.
match Hank's tie as well? The knot?
To what?
Like it was a never mind. Don't.
Oh, to like the trial day? No, I did not. But doing this, I did start to like. This was another weird thing. I did start to like the like collared shirt with a sweater to the point that then I started wearing collared shirts. I had never worn a collared shirt with a sweater, and then I was like, that was actually really cozy when I was filming that. And then I started wearing like all winter. I wore collared shirts with sweaters.
Is that what Hank does?
Really? No, well, that's what I don't know, but that's what I imagined him wearing when he gets home. Lally has
Good
different
boy.
outfits. Okay.
Oh.
Dear Feds,
Hank wears that in
you are
July.
reading this diary.
This was a funny part. You have to hear this part.
Sorry.
This time Hank starts his diary, Dear Feds.
April 30th, 2025. I'm a good boy. Dear Feds, if you are reading this diary, I need you to know that I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I took on the role as special prosecutor. I am completely innocent. I am also very, very scared. All of these people who I have been meeting with alone, who Michael Morrissey told me were innocent, are cold-blooded killers and pathological liars. I hope you are reading this because I need help. You've seen me. I'm no match for Colin and the Bryans if they turn on me. And Jen is the scariest of them all. Please intervene. I can't do this anymore. Shaking like a leaf in a storm, Hank. May 2nd.
Back to Jen. I should have been looking at the timestamp while that was going on. Hold on.
I like that collar sweaters look. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that fun? Okay. First, 12:41. So this was. She didn't know that Karen's team knew this information. So this is when you were saying you like watching her like unravel, buckle up. So
Who's the attorney right now? Talking to her.
The attorney questioning her, Alan
Yeah.
Jackson. And Alan Jackson has like a
Miles is very
special.
open.
Yeah, that was a lot that day. Alan Jackson has like a vendetta with her now. Like this is like personal to him at this point. Like he didn't just want to like question her. Like at this point in the trial, after doing this already in the first trial, knowing everything that he knows, like he wanted to destroy her. And so this is early on this day. We're at 12:41, and he's going to reveal to her that he knows that she called, and this didn't come out in the first trial. So Jen was probably thinking like, okay, phew, at least they still don't know that. She's going to find out that Alan Jackson knows that she called her sister, Nicole Albert. Actually, I want to make this really make sense for you. She called Nicole Albert at 5:07 a.m.
Nicole's the one with the donuts.
No, Nicole lives in 34 Fairview. Nicole, that's Julie. Nicole lives in 34 Fairview.
Okay.
So she calls over to 34 Fairview at 5:07 a.m. and that phone call is answered, and they talk for something like 37 seconds or something, which is long enough to have a Karen just called. She's up. She's coming over right now. What do I do? Whatever the conversation was. That is what we're going to watch right now.
What time did Karen get to 34 Fairview?
So Karen left John's house at exactly 5:07, at exactly the time that this conversation is happening. So she called Jen like 15 minutes earlier. She leaves at 5:07. She hits John's. So what's actually kind of crazy. Wait, you need to be listening to this.
I was writing it down.
Okay, but this is like too important. Ready?
At
the exact
this
same
is
time,
the way I like teachers. Yes, ma'am.
At the exact same time that
Karen is backing into John's car and hitting John's car.
Yeah.
Jen is calling to her sister at 34 Fairview, like at the exact same moment, hitting the car, calling 34 Fairview. And the reason why that's important is because if you remember, nobody came out of the house at 34 Fairview when all of the EMTs are outside. Karen's apparently screaming, I hit him, 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 I hit him all over the place. There's no dog barking inside to wake them up. So I guess they have that going for them. Spoiler alert, the dog wasn't there. But they said they were fast asleep. So Brian and Nicole both said, oh, we were fast asleep. We didn't wake up to any of that going on outside. Well, if you got a phone call at 5:07 that was answered, it seems like maybe you were awake.
And was that one the butt answers?
No, this one she says she just lies and said it wasn't it. Well, you'll see. Here we go.
Is that right?
Yes, correct.
But you did make another phone call that morning that you left out of both of those statements, didn't you?
I'm not sure.
At 5:07 a.m., you called over to 34 Fairview, didn't you?
Look at the fear on her face.
I mean, that's mistrial right there.
And yet,
If it's in my phone record, then I must have.
It's in your phone
Oh
record.
man,
You're aware of
that
it.
pause of her just like looking at whatever at Satan is the corner demon is just oh.
Oh yeah. Also, the butt dials were around at 2:22 and also at 12:27 when she butt dialed and hung up and butt dialed and hung up and butt dialed and hung up John O'Keefe's phone. Anyways, somebody on Twitter suggested that we do an entire Squirrel School titled "Phone Fuckery." That wasn't my idea, so it doesn't count as a swear.
Language.
That was their suggestion. I'm just quoting. And I love that idea. I think we should do an entire thing just of all the ridiculousness, all of the lies about their phone.
You're aware that your phone records actually show that at 5:07 you called to 34 Fairview.
You see, she was like, you don't get my cleavage anymore. Look how she lifts up her blouse.
She does. Oh my gosh, she does. That's the way I see it. Is that wrong?
Look, she just picked it up though. She was like, nope, you don't get my cleavage
7
anymore.
a.m. you called over to 34 Fairview, didn't you?
If it's in my phone record, then I must have.
It's in your phone records that you're aware of. Well, let me ask it a different way. You're aware that your phone records actually show that at 5:07 you called.
No more cleavage for you.
Correct?
Correct.
I mean,
Also, that call lasted.
that's a big difference. That's a big swing.
I'm not sure what it shows.
You actually spoke to your sister, Nicole, that morning?
I did not speak to my sister, no.
So that 38-second call went to voicemail?
I'm not sure. All I can tell you is I never spoke to my sister, Nicole, that morning prior to waking her up.
But you do acknowledge that you made a phone call at 5:07 to Julie Albert. I'm sorry, to Nicole Albert, your sister, over at 3430 in those early morning hours. Right?
Yes, I learned after. When I'm first being questioned, it's days after. It was a chaotic morning. I remembered the waterfall, Julie, then Tom Beatty. Calling to my sister wasn't as important ingrained in my mind at that point. No.
And then you testified at a grand jury, not hours or days later. You testified at a grand jury months later, correct?
Correct.
And at that grand jury, you also left out the fact that you contacted your sister, correct?
There's nothing nefarious. I remembered who I called. I didn't go back and look at phone records.
I didn't say it was nefarious. Why would you use the word nefarious?
Because there's nothing about me calling my sister that is nefarious, and I feel like you're insinuating it might be, and it's not.
Did you use that word because it sounds nefarious?
No, I just use the word because I think that's how you're trying to portray something that is nothing.
Or did you use that word because you think that's how it's coming across? That's nefarious.
No.
Oh, it's so smooth.
No, not at all.
Alan Jackson slept good last night.
Later that morning,
Imagine how he's going to be in her deposition. Does anyone know her depo date, Boozy? So Alan Jackson's probably been like training for this.
Is he in the civil stuff?
That's what I mean by this
I'm-
is personal for him now.
I really want to follow that civil stuff.
We can do an episode on that. It's such a pain, though. It's like so
Sounds
complicated to keep track of. But yes, we could do that. That will
Maybe I
force
don't
me to
wanna
figure out what's the wrongful death suit and what's the federal case and what's why it got removed to federal court. It's a whole thing. Anyways.
January 29th.
Oh,
By the way,
never mind that.
No, I want to.
You do acknowledge that your phone records show that you called at 5:07 a.m. to your sister's cell phone, correct?
I don't have them in front of me, but I believe that is correct. Yeah.
Were you calling your sister's phone to alert her of something? Is that why you called?
No.
No.
Later that morning on January 29th, after those initial phone calls and after the scene had been cleared, about 11:30 in the morning, you did have a formal interview with Massachusetts State Trooper Michael Proctor, did you not?
I did, yes.
The day before yesterday, you testified that Karen Reed, actually I think it may have been Tuesday, you testified on direct examination that Karen Reed just showed up at your house screaming, correct?
Correct.
In point of fact, you told Michael Proctor in that 11:30 a.m. or thereabouts, that interview that morning, that on January 29th, when Karen was on the phone with you, you told her to come to your house. Is that true?
No, I never told her to come to my house.
She told you she wanted to go search for John, and instead of saying, I'll come meet you and I'll go wherever you want to go, you told her, no, come to my house and pick me up and we'll go together. Correct?
No, that's incorrect.
Do you remember talking to Trooper Proctor on that day?
I do, yes.
Do you remember exactly what you told him concerning the plan to come to your house and go search for John?
There was never a plan for Karen to come to my
Do you
house.
remember exactly what you told him with that regard on that issue?
No, I don't.
Would it refresh your recollection to look at a police report that he drafted on that issue?
Well, those are his words or summary.
That's not my question. I know these are his words. He wrote it. My question is, would it refresh your recollection about what you told him to take a look at his report?
I know what happened and I know what I told him. I don't know what's written in that report.
Yes or no?
I don't need to see the report, no.
Because it would not refresh your recollection to see a report where he indicated that you told him that you directed Miss Reed to come to your house. Exactly.
The objection is sustained and going to strike that.
Okay, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. This now,
No.
we're going to go all the
Hold on,
way
time
to.
out.
Yes.
So it was Proctor's police report.
Yes.
And so she is saying now that she did not tell Jen to come to her house.
Did not tell
Karen to come
Karen
to
to
her
come.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. That Karen just showed up.
And in Proctor's report, it says that Jen told Karen to come.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, this
Which
is
makes a
Dodo.
ton more sense. So which makes more sense that Karen just randomly is looking for John and just showed up at Jen's house, or that Jen said, come to my house?
Well, yeah, she's douched. She's not thinking like that, right? Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Karen was supposed to be completely trashed. She's out there drunk driving. Which actually, if she was drunk driving, if she was drunk, that's what they got her on. Like, why wouldn't they get her on 2 drunk driving charges? One in which she go, right? I don't know. I don't know the laws on that stuff. I'm
I
just
think that
thinking
was
outside.
Oop, that's not what I meant to do at all. That was part of the conversation when they added the DUI was like, when even was the DUI? Like, when are they even claiming it was? It was all ridiculous.
Is this on FOIA?
Yes. So this is at approximately 4:53 a.m. This is Proctor's police report. On January 29th, Jennifer received a call from John's niece, Kaylee. Karen was on the phone, hysterical and looking for John. Karen told Jennifer that she went home alone last night and last saw John at the waterfall. Jennifer had to correct Karen and told her they left the waterfall bar together and went to 34 Fairview Road. Jennifer told Karen to come to her house and they will go and look for John together. Karen arrived at Jennifer's house in her black Lexus SUV. Jennifer stated she drove Karen's car back to John's house where Kerry Roberts met them. While driving back to John's house, Karen stated to Jennifer,
Could I have hit him? Did I hit him? Not I hit him, I hit him, I hit him.
Wait a
Karen
second.
also
Hold on.
told.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Have we gone over this? Oh, God. Okay. There's so much. So Karen says, last time I saw John was at the waterfall.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jen says Karen said. So
What does
Jen
Karen say?
says, I don't know. That part just always
Where did
felt
she
weird to me.
last time she saw him was at the waterfall? And her car never was there at the house.
We're not doing that much of a conspiracy. We're not doing
No,
that.
but I mean, it
tinfoil hat.
just hit me. I was like, what? Like, because it wasn't Jen the one that kept going up to Karen, like, oh, you got to come over. You got to come over. You got to come over.
Yeah. I
And
can't do that
clearly,
tinfoil hat.
no,
Other
but
people
you were
have
telling me
done.
that night that Karen didn't even want to
No,
go.
I know. No, other people have done that tinfoil hat. I just personally can't go there.
Okay.
Yeah. So in that Gretchen Voss interview, which now it's like, who do we even trust anymore? I can't trust Gretchen Voss. I can't trust Michael Proctor. I can't trust Jen McCabe. And that's all the only information we have.
So, but Karen said in the Voss interview, supposedly, allegedly, that
Karen said that she
she
remembered
went
like
over.
driving over there. She remembered. I mean, the way I like interpret her like inebriation level, like she was driving fine. There's like video of it. Other drivers that saw her, so like Ryan Nagel and Ricky D'Antano said like she stopped. She like had her blinker on. Like she wasn't to the point like.
I think
Yes, she shouldn't have been driving, but like it wasn't like dangerous. She didn't hit John. She maybe did hit her garage door, which Boozy can tell you all about another day. But that's where it just makes sense that on the phone Jen would have said, "Come over here." It's actually like a weird lie for Jen. Like out of all the lies that Jen tells, this is a weird one because why do you want it? Like she basically just wanted to make Karen sound crazy. Like, oh my God, she just showed up at my house in the driveway, like being crazy. Oh, I like this. Cat Lady Ballerina said, can we have a tinfoil hat squirrel school where we all make and wear tinfoil hats and go over some of the more wacky things said in this case? I actually kind of love that idea. We'll do phone effery.
What you really want is you want a Faraday cage over here. So you
No, we're not doing that tonight. No, we're staying focused. Okay, back to
I'm
Jen.
focused. I was just saying, be sure and get a copper mesh.
So we're jumping ahead now. You said you like to see Jen unravel. This is our last Jen clip for the night. And this is Jen. They're getting close to the break. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Share screen. They're getting close to the lunch break. So they've been going for a while. She's getting like exhausted. Like being on the stand is exhausting. Where does this keep going? Oh my God. If it's doing the thing where I can't share my screen, I'm going to be so annoyed. Yep.
Mitchell's camp said that you didn't play the Squirrel School song.
Hold on. Oh, you're right. I gotta exit StreamYard and then come back because I can't share my screen anymore. So talk to the people. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Thanks, StreamYard, for being the best.
StreamYard completely screwed up. I had to restart my computer before I came in here. I had to restart my computer before tonight's. So like I did a stream. That's big. So I did a stream, kind of like a hello everybody, this is what's happening thing, right? And for this stream, and going from my stream to this stream with Emily's, lost sound. I couldn't hear anything. I came back here and I was like, I don't know anything that's going on. Chad says, Chad, entertain me. This guy with the sunglasses, he sucks. But anyway, yeah. And so in this morning I tried to stream and the microphone wasn't working. I didn't do anything to it. So all this is a StreamYard deal. And so actually I had to go after I restarted my computer, came in here and couldn't hear. I had to go into the actual settings of the computer and reset the sound. And what's funny about that, when I say that, I went all the way to the actual settings and I didn't touch a thing. And all of a sudden the sound came on, which once I opened that little window up. There you go.
Well, I don't know if I can share yet. Hold on. Share. Yay.
Well,
Okay.
you're back.
There it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
StreamYard
What were we
has some
talking
weird
about?
things, but it's easy. We're just talking about how StreamYard's been weird.
I keep saying if there's anybody out there who is like a coder, like a programmer, and wants to make a butt ton of money, you should make a competitor to StreamYard and make it better because there's a lot wrong with it. Okay, back to Jen. And then maybe we need a fervent break in a little bit, it seems. Now we're jumping ahead. It's about to be, she's been on the stand now for what, like 2.5 days. It's about to be the lunch break. She's been going now for 2+ hours. She's unraveling. And now they're talking about being outside of 34 Fairview that morning. Here we go.
How about on the property? How about at 34 Fairview? Could you think of?
And Alan Jackson is asking, do you know any like first responders in the neighborhood? AKA, do you know your brother-in-law, Brian Albert, who lives inside the house, is trained in this and could help?
I didn't know. I don't think I answered that question. I don't think it was asked.
You didn't know if Gary Roberts knew CPR, correct?
I didn't know if they knew CPR, correct?
And none of you were paramedics?
No.
None of you were first responders?
No.
None of you were trained in emergency life-saving techniques in any way, correct?
Correct.
I have a question, Ms. McCabe. On all of Fairview, the entire road between Chapman and Cedar Crest, can you think of any person on that road who might have had life-saving techniques trained into them? First responder, someone who knew how to deal with someone in distress, someone with high skill level training. Do you think of anyone on Fairview who had that kind of training?
Can I now or did I then? Which are you asking?
Did you then?
No, then my focus was on John O'Keefe.
Okay, let me narrow the focus. How about on the property? How about at 34 Fairview? Could you think of anyone that was a first responder who would have life-saving training, life-saving technique training under his belt?
Yes, my brother-in-law, Brian Albert.
So she did think about it.
You didn't go in the house, did you?
No, I did not.
When you arrived at the scene, you didn't go in?
Well, that was her whole, did I know now? Do I know now or did I know then? Like, yes, I know now, but in that moment, all I cared about was John.
But didn't she say on the 911 tape that she knew CPR?
No.
I thought she said
Well-
she knew it and said that he was dead.
No, she hadn't even walked over yet, and she already said he was dead. She said,
Okay.
I think he's dead. I think he's gone.
A lot of Chad pizza going on.
And actually, and Carrie is on top of John trying to like start CPR. I don't really know. It all sounds very chaotic, but
Like,
she
is she
says,
doing
Carrie,
like this?
something. And she says, Carrie, you
She's
got
on
to get
top of him?
off of him. She said, Carrie, you got to get off of him. Like if somebody was trying to save a person that I loved, I wouldn't be like, get off of him. That's a weird thing to say.
It was John.
You knew that Brian Albert was inside the house. You'd just been with him hours earlier, correct?
Yes.
You knew that his window was 30 feet away. You're staring at it. You could look at it if you wanted to, correct?
It's off to an angle.
And you didn't go in the house then either.
I did not know.
You knew that John O'Keefe was clinging to life during those precious minutes and seconds. Is that right?
I did, yes.
And you also knew that Brian Albert, your brother-in-law, was a first responder trained to deal with people in that kind of distress, correct?
In that moment, my only thoughts were John and everything we could do for John.
And you knew that there were warm blankets inside the house. Is that right?
I did, yes. There were warm blankets in the house.
And you still never went in, did you?
No, I went and attended to John because once I finished calling
You have a
911,
blanket heater.
and Kerry Roberts asked me to take over compressions. So I felt like that was more important. And 911 was on the way. I never thought about going in the house. I just thought, how can I help John?
You never thought about going in the house, but you did pull out your cell phone and make 2 phone calls, didn't you?
After I called 911, I tried calling my sister, yes.
While John was out in the cold, clinging to life, you weren't doing chest compressions at 6:07 and 6:08, were you?
I was walking over when I was calling.
You were calling your sister on the phone, weren't you?
I was calling them to see if they would come out, but I was going right over to work on him.
Also, just to be clear, she was not walking over while she was calling her sister because we have a recording from on John's voicemail from Karen's phone in the back seat of the car where it records Jen in the car hanging up from the 911 call and then calling her sister inside the house and saying something along the lines of, I need somebody out here to help me or something like that.
Why? Where'd all that come from?
That came from me to you right now. But so when she said, I'm actually like, I know that Alan Jackson did a lot of things right, but that moment really annoyed me that he didn't call her out on that, where she says, I was walking over. No, you were not. I don't think
Was
she
that ever
said, do not
introduced?
come out. Okay, there's a lot of debate on what was said on this voicemail. This could be on the tinfoil hat. I don't think it makes sense for her to call and say, do not come out. That's weird. And I don't think it makes sense. People used to say that she had said to Nicole, no one's coming to help or something. That doesn't make any sense either. To me, it either makes sense for her to be saying, I need somebody, whatever, I have to like hear it again, something along the lines of like, I need somebody out here to help. Or
she's talking to her sister who's asleep.
Asleep. Yeah. Exactly.
What?
Yeah. That can go in the.
I've never heard this before in my life.
I know. I got to write this down. This is going to go in the tinfoil.
No, it's not that you need to tell me this. Like, how come I've never?
Because there's so much. Sorry, I just hit everything. But we're going to focus on this for now because you're about to watch her just like picture, if you like have a ball of yarn and you like drop it down the stairs and it just like unravels as it goes down the stairs. That's literally what's about to happen to Jen McCabe. You're just going to watch her unravel like a ball of yarn.
After I called 911, I tried calling my sister, yes.
While John was out in the cold, clinging to life, you weren't doing chest compressions at 6:07 and 6:08, were you?
I was walking over when I was calling.
You were calling your sister on the phone, weren't you?
I was calling them to see if they would come out, but I was going right over to work on him.
And you could have walked 25 feet to the front door, walked in the house, and screamed for Bruna Howard to come out and help you in those precious seconds and minutes, couldn't you?
That would have taken me away from helping John, getting Harry blankets, giving him compressions.
And making those two very important phone calls at 6:07 and 6:08 that you say were not answered. Right?
They were not important phone calls. I tried to call my sister, and then I focused on John.
They were not important phone calls, but they were
not important phone calls is crazy. So she's saying there's an emergency going on. I just called my sister to make a non-important phone call. I just wanted to call my sister and be like, hey, oh my God, wait, I forgot. Did you already get the Taylor Swift tickets or do you need me to try today? Like,
she was
what?
just over there 3 hours earlier, right?
They were not important phone calls is crazy.
very important phone calls at 6:07 and 6:08 that you say were not answered. Right?
They were not important phone calls. I tried to call my sister, and then I focused on John.
They were not important phone calls, but they were important enough for you to make while John is clinging to life right there in front of you, right?
As I was walking over, I called to see if she would answer.
And she didn't answer. Let's talk about that. She didn't answer according to you.
So if we're going to talk about it,
she knew it wasn't
talk about
important.
that. Okay, and then Bev tries.
Lizard! Look at this. She's got the lizard eyes. Oh, she's a lizard person. Lizard person. That was a great pause. Look at that. Her eyes disappeared.
That was crazy.
Lizard.
When Alan says, let's talk about that. And then Bev is like, no, okay, let's not talk. Let's give her a break first. No, thank you. Watch, Bev's going to try so hard to save her. And Alan is like a boulder. Like, he's like, no, you are not. No.
They were not important phone calls. I tried to call my sister, and then I focused on John.
They were not important phone calls, but they were important enough for you to make while John is clinging to life right there in front of you, right?
As I was walking over, I called to see if she would answer.
And she didn't answer. Let's talk about that. She didn't answer according to you.
So if we're going to talk about it, we're beyond the luncheon break?
Your Honor, I have two more questions.
Okay.
And I'll wrap it.
Okay.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Sure.
She didn't answer the phone, did she?
No, she didn't.
So you have a situation where a man is laying dead or dying in the front yard of your sister's house. You see nothing in terms of life inside the house. Lights aren't coming on. They're not getting up. They're certainly not coming outside, right?
They were sound asleep.
They weren't coming outside, were they?
Because they were asleep.
You didn't know if they were asleep. All you knew was there was a severely injured man on the front lawn of their house, and your sister didn't answer the phone, not once, but twice, correct?
She didn't answer the phone.
Did you think your sister might have been in peril? Did you think to go inside the house and check that they're okay?
I had no reason to think that they weren't okay.
You had no reason to believe they weren't okay. The man was dead or dying on their lawn, and your sister not answering the phone, and nobody is coming out to the chaos of Karen Reed screaming on the front lawn. You didn't think there was some reason to believe?
Did her hair just start falling out?
I didn't, because your client was screaming she hit him. She had a cracked taillight. She was crying she hit him. I didn't, but my fault.
Your client was screaming.
So Sorry.
Your client was screaming. I want to see that. Your client was screaming, I hit him. She had a cracked tail light.
Is that what she said? I'm
She's not answering the phone, and nobody is coming out to the chaos of hearing me screaming on the phone line. You didn't think it was some reason to believe they could have been in peril?
I didn't, because your client was screaming she hit him. She had a cracked taillight. She was crying she hit him. I didn't, but my focus. Can I finish, please?
You had solved the crime right then and there. You solved the whole case.
No, I didn't.
Oh, geez, that's not even what he's asking.
Inside the house.
The reason you
Lizard.
It is. Oh my gosh, you did that twice. How did you do that? Oh my gosh. That's write this down for conspiracy. We gotta learn about the lizard people.
Lizard.
That is such a. Oh, I just watched a video last night of a woman doing this, and if people know, they know. But no,
Yeah,
it's
she
not
put this all
only
together in a
that.
split second and didn't say that on the 911 call.
But that's not it, though. He's asking the question. There's a dead person in the front yard, and
Yeah.
you've called your sister, and she's not picking up.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how he died? Because most people don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not getting near a dead body. I don't want to be around it. Like, that's like
Right.
no, and like that's weird.
No,
I
you have
don't.
to
I
say like
don't.
Baker. No.
No, and no. Yes, nope. But eh, how many dead bodies does she find on yards? Wait a second.
I mean,
Has she found dead bodies before?
if this were true, if her story were true, I can't look at the lizard face right now. If her story were true, then she didn't know that John was going to be there. She has no idea what happened to him. And now there's a person that she loves outside of her sister's house who's dying, dead, he was already dead. It actually makes me sad when they keep saying dying, because he wasn't dying. Like, that's a whole different like ball game. If they had put a dying person outside versus a dead he had already passed. Dr. La Posada tells us it happened within like 25 minutes. But if what she was saying is true, they're like, if you pull up at your sister's house and then there's a dead person there, and okay, for maybe you're not I don't know, maybe you don't care, that maybe you're not very aware or something, you don't think to go inside. But now at this point, none of the lights have come on. People are outside screaming, and there was no point whatsoever where she was like, wait, I have to go check on my sister. Like, what is going on? Like, all the lights are out. For all they know, like a mass murderer came and John ran out of the house and was the last one. Like, he could have come over after none of it makes any sense, except for she knew exactly what had already happened to him.
She was saying she hit him and she had a broken tail light. Was her car?
He did not have a pulse. And even Jen tells us he was dead when she says he felt weird when she was trying to say like rigor mortis had already set in. But no, he didn't have a pulse. He didn't have a pulse. He was non-viable. I forget what the term there was 3 EMTs. Sam Benigo broke this down really well. Some of those like random EMTs that we all kind of forgot about, they use a term somebody in the chat might know, but it means like not viable. It's like, oh my gosh, something with your heart is asystole.
Dead.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Deader than 4 o'clock.
It was like asystole or something. My brain just kicked in and then said, nah. It was like my brain fired for a second and then was like, that's too much work.
It's weird how streaming does that to you.
We got to finish Jen right now unraveling Lizard. But yeah, so she's not doesn't care about her sister. Yeah, but see, I still don't know how to say it. Asystole. Chad Pizza. I'm going to go with Chad Pizza. I think
Chad Pizza.
Right.
There you go. Yes.
Chad Pizza's the right answer.
Chad Pizza always wins.
What jacket was he wearing? Somehow this is the thing that like sometimes I can laugh about this and then it suddenly hits me and it makes me really mad, where it's like, she's getting away with all of this. She's now suing Karen for saying in trial that she did this. Like, we all watched this. Nobody needed to be brainwashed by Aiden. Nobody needed to be brainwashed by Karen. We watched this. This is crazy. And that you're still going on offense. Brian was a high-risk Department of Law enforcement officer, so she should have been very concerned about her sister and brother-in-law. Exactly. The first thing I thought of, thank you, Jody Callahan, you're exactly right. The first thing I thought of was, there have been some of those like crazy things. It was like at a time also where this was like happening even more, where people were like calling 911 to like attack first responders.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is a police officer dead on the front lawn of another police officer. And Brian Albert, like Jody was just saying, he was like one of the people that took down the Craigslist killer. He also worked on like the Boston Strangler case. He had recently, like in the past decade, done like DNA matches to try to like identify like victims of the Boston Strangler. He was on a TV show called Boston's Finest where they followed around first responders, like police officers. So it would not be outside of the realm of possibility to think somebody was like exacting revenge. John ran out of the house. Like, for Jen to be like, he never came in the house, so this was separate. Well, he's on the front lawn of the house. Mizzy just summed it up in the much fewer words than my rant, which is their arrogance knows no bounds. Exactly. Also, if I forget, can you remind me before the end of the night to tell you about the fundraiser that Mizzy and I are planning? I wanted to do a little like sneak peek for Squirrel School students about it. Remind me. Don't let me forget, for real.
Fundraiser. All right, Mitchell. Remember that.
Mitchell, remind me.
Think about what you just said. Like, he's a cop. Like you see a dead cop and you don't think, oh man, like when you were talking, the narrative that goes through my mind, I was like, well, wait a second. Like everything you said, like what was it? The like the 911 calls to get first responders to come out and they were attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got, if somebody did do that, right? So there was an attack on a police officer at Fairview Avenue. I forget, 34 Fairview, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you know that the target wasn't your brother-in-law?
Exactly. Unless you already know what happened. And that's what Alan Jackson is about to hammer in right now. We're going to actually finish it now.
Why is this so difficult? That's the question I have for him. Why is it so difficult for what you are saying? It made more sense that if I were a juror and you just gave me the facts and didn't have them testifying, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see her hitting him. I mean, it seems because there's a good investigation, right? I mean, that's what you're supposed to have. Everything's there, everything adds up. But the fact that the more they talk, the more it sounds like BS. I'm having a revelation tonight, by the way. This is so.
Also, Scotty brings up something really important that you also have to know is that Brian Albert, this decorated police officer who is instrumental in bringing down these big murderers, said that they don't lock their doors. They leave their house doors and their car doors unlocked, and that they don't have any cameras at their house. So let that one marinate while we finish.
Did the cop that passed away that lived across the street, did he lock his doors?
Jody, this is a tinfoil hat I can't even put on. I will do it for you guys, but this is one I can't do. So Jody said for tinfoil Squirrel School, John was a special
victims unit.
Thank you. Keep going.
Sexual assault, child and trafficking. I believe Senator Birchmore fits all those things.
Yes, and
there is a conspiracy. There is a tinfoil hat path we can go down. I will do it for you guys. I don't believe it. That's one that's a hat I won't put. I'll cover all the tinfoils. No.
Those guys
I will
that do that stuff, man. God bless
okay,
them.
we're finishing Jen. Here we go. For real this time.
Inside the house is because you knew better. You knew better. You knew she wasn't in peril. You knew that Brian Albert wasn't in peril. You weren't worried at all about them, were you?
I was not worried at all because something happened on the front lawn that had nothing to do with anything inside that house.
You weren't worried about them at all because you knew what really happened, didn't you?
At that
Well,
moment,
that's not what he asked.
by a vehicle.
She said, I knew that they didn't. What happened on the front lawn had nothing to do with what happened in the house. He's asking, did you not worry about the people in the house?
Right. And also, if you really went word for word on that sentence, that sentence right there is telling us everything. I knew what happened on the lawn was completely separate from anything that happened inside that house.
You know what, Karen Reed? Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction right now. This will never end. This is John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
the grassy knoll. The front yard is the grassy knoll.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I start to get frustrated, where I'm like, Adam Deitch clearly knows everything. Like, he knows what happened to John. There are people, it makes me kind of like confused about like who we are as like a society when it's like, how is this still happening how are you still allowed to get away with this? I think we are going to know at some point. I don't know exactly what we're going to know. I mean, truly what I want to know more is like, what are the law enforcement connections that allowed this to become what it became?
Jody's comment about John O'Keefe. So I saw the other
I
day
was
someone
keeping a
talking
list
about
of tinfoil hat Squirrel School.
well, this is tinfoil hat, but it's not for Squirrel School. Are you familiar with the controversy with the flock video cameras?
No, we can't go on a squirrel thing right now. We're finishing.
Well, it's not a
Jen.
squirrel thing. It's not a squirrel thing. It's like it goes back to John O'Keefe. They
Okay,
have
what?
these cameras everywhere, and people are upset. Like, why are these cameras watching everything, right? And
Yeah.
there are 30. If they're watching everything, and they say they do it, in case your car was stolen or you're a victim of something.
Mhm.
And yet there's like 35,000 children missing, and they have
Right.
all the cameras in the world now, and you can't find a single one. And so that's it's I don't know. It's why is this still happening?
Yeah. Exactly. And that goes back to the exact same question of who are the people in power that are able to get away with things, and what are the connections?
Lunch and break.
Lunch and break.
That was a timeout. If that were football, that was a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, Mr. McCabe.
Good afternoon.
I want you to briefly tell us.
Actually, that is where we're going to stop. I thought there was one other part I wanted to watch, but that's fine. That's that. Back to Hank. Oh no, I had it queued up and everything. Okay, we need a fervent break because I had the Hank's video all queued up where we left off, and then I had to log out, and now I don't have it anymore. Which means, wait, better late than never.
Hooray, it's time for Squirrel School, the best part of my day.
Okay, fervent break, and then we'll be back.
Just there's a full
See you in
moon.
a few.
All right, bye.
Stop screen, start screen, bye.
It's been a long time and a hard time since we last saw your face, and we all promise to be honest and help resolve your case. We will do our best to honor your memory we're kind of busy. I will testify. But boot camp starts in July. It's a really bad time. Maybe I'll catch you down the line. I will testify. Unfortunately, I just booked a flight. You know the timing ain't right. Just ask Celebrite. You know we loved you. Wish we could hug you. But you won't find that in our group chats. But we all miss you. Wish we could kiss you. But we got Gay Jeff for that. We will do our best to honor your memory. But it won't be today, 'cause we're kind of busy. I will testify. Just make sure the lawyers are white. I didn't kill the guy, so why am I the fall guy? I will testify, but only if my motion is denied. Please don't ask me why that tail light was shining bright. Sorry that report doesn't refresh my memory. I know what I said, so you can't impeach me. Stop being so dumb. There is no conspiracy. That tail light bit John. Yet you wanna blame Chloe. We will testify. We have nothing to hide. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. We got you right where we want you. We're gonna threaten you with defamation lawsuits. Got Alan Damon shaking in their boots. They scared they bit off more than they can chew. Hold on, wait a minute, what does that say? 23 pages in and I'm only halfway. How the hell did they call our bluff? We thought our empty threats would scare them off. Now they're out here calling us the House defendants. How the hell do we even contest this? Guess Karen really, really, really wants her vengeance. Oh shit, now we're known as the House defendants. House defendants, we the House defendants. It's not pleasant to be a House defendant. Iggy getting tipsy off that Jameson and ginger. Never thought that I would be a penny pincher. This weed whacker got me down to my last dollar. I still think she wants this decorated dude. I should call her. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. There ain't no party like a McAlbert third party. Now they're out here calling us the House defendants. How the hell do we even contest this? Guess Karen really, really, really wants her vengeance. Oh shit, now we're known as the House defendants. House defendants.
And we're back. I was going to play another one, but then I got excited about Hank. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was it ever brought up about the temperature of the phone?
Oh, great question. Yes. And no.
Wasn't it in his pocket or something?
Well, we'll talk about the temperature of the phone. That's a great question. I really love where your head is at tonight.
I have another question real quick also. The stairs, he did 3 flights of stairs, right? According to the Apple
His
Watch.
phone went up 3 flights of stairs.
How many
Not
steps?
Apple Watch.
How many steps do they have in their staircase?
I don't know. Probably a normal amount of stairs. Mass Lady 123 gets me. My favorite fervent song is my outro. Also, that song that we just listened to is going to be the next one that I make a video for because that one needs a video. Okay,
Do you
we're
hand
back
draw
to
those
Hank now.
videos? Sorry.
No. We will talk about the temperature of the phone. That kind of goes in tinfoil hat, but not really, does it? That's just a whole nother thing. Yeah, exactly. Olivia summed it up. Here's the problem. None of the test / quote experiments that Ian Whiffen conducted regarding the temperature of the phone were scientific. So at one point he
But
said
did
he
anybody
put the
else do
phone.
the test? I didn't know he did
They have
tests.
so they have the temperature data, but then it literally goes 40 degrees and then just kind of stays there. And then I don't know. It's a whole thing. I'll share. Maybe that will be your homework. I'll share. It's in FOIA.
I need to get into FOIA, so that's good homework.
At one point, they asked Ian Whiffen about the temperature of the phone and stuff and the experiments that he did. And he says that he put the phone into a freezer. And then they Alessi asks Ian Whiffen what the temperature of the freezer was. And he didn't know. And then Alessi asks Ian Whiffen what the freezing temperature is in Fahrenheit. And he doesn't know. Yeah.
Well, no, because he's not American. He doesn't know freedom units. But this is the first time I've ever seen this guy. I didn't know, but he did tests on the phone.
Well, is it
I
really
know
a
that
test? So this is
Apple-
the data. So the phone, Wild Goose says, so the phone temperature dropped until 1:30. Then there's no data for 3 to 4 hours. And then it drops again from the same temperature as 1:30. And it drops when they find John. So basically, we don't have any data, or it stayed the same. It did get colder, but it didn't get to the temperature that think about when your phone is in the heat and then it says it says please return iPhone to a normal temperature. I will not work until you do. The same thing happens when it's cold. It wouldn't be working. It was working. We'll do that one at another time. Back to Hank. Also, I only have one more clip pulled, so then we can see what's up after that. It might be bedtime after that. I'm not even tired though. Oh no.
2025. Life is tough, but so am I. Dear Diary, it's a good thing these jurors are from Norfolk County, because I'm hoping at least half of them drink so much tonight they forget everything Jen McCabe said. I tried to put them asleep with the rally guy and the BAC lady at the end, but the first time she said Karen's name, they all looked like they had forgotten that she was even the defendant. Jen talked to her sister at 5:07 a.m., the one that was hiding in the house. Oh, Diary, what's a hanky to do? XOXO, Hank. May
What's a
5th,
hanky?
2025. Hee hee. 5 times 5 equals 25. Yay, it's a math date. All cops are good. Dear Diary, sometimes I wish I was the defense attorney on this case. That seems much easier. Today I started pretending to be the defense attorney for fun.
I brought up how Katie didn't ask Karen what she hit John with, and how Ryan Nagel left at the exact time that Karen hit him. Then I realized Michael Morrissey would be mad. So I started being the defense attorney for the cops. Can you believe my new clients use keg cups and grocery bags to collect evidence? Phew, I have a big new job. XOXO, Hank. That's the first round of videos. Okay, next one. We're going to watch Ryan Nagel.
I love the XOXO.
Okay, so see that part where it says, and how Ryan Nagel left at the exact same time when that Karen hit John. We're going to look at Ryan Nagel. So Ryan Nagel, this was my way of also introducing you to like the side characters that we haven't talked about. So Ryan Nagel his sister is Julie Nagel, who's in the house, and Julie had texted Ryan to ask for a ride home. So Ryan is with his buddy Ricky and his ex-girlfriend Heather, his girlfriend at the time.
So now who is he? Why do we care about him riding home?
Okay, so this is why we care. Because Julie is inside the house, texted her brother and said, can I get a ride home? He said, sure, we're finishing up the bar. I'll be there in a couple minutes. And so they're pulling, okay, so 34 Fairview, how do I explain this? So 34 Fairview goes this way and then like tees to this other street right here. When Karen and John are driving to 34 Fairview, they should have just taken a left onto Fairview. But they missed that left. So they drive past the street and then they're like, oh, shoot, it was that one right there. So she does a 3-point turn in like the next driveway, turns around and gets to 34 Fairview again. But now at this same time, they're going to be taking a right onto Fairview and another car is facing them and is going to go left. Karen goes first, takes the right, and then pulls up at 34 Fairview. The people in the car, they don't realize, Karen doesn't know this at that moment when they're like head on with this other car, and the other car doesn't know it either, but they're both going to the same house. They don't know that at the time. So while that car is facing them with Ryan, Ricky, and Heather in it, they look ahead, they see two people inside of that car. Karen turns and then Ricky turns. So it's like, picture if a car turns, you're not like directly behind them, you like let them turn and then you turn. So they're like 100 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like enough space has passed that they like, not like lose sight of them, but they're not like tailing them. Yeah. In the time when Karen pulls up is when John hops out of the car and goes into 34 Fairview. So now Karen is parked like at the foot of the driveway and then like looks back and realizes like, oh, this car is also going to this same house. So she pulls up a little bit. Ricky, Heather, and Ryan are now sitting in a car behind Karen, both just sitting there waiting for people inside of the house. And they can see into the car. Karen even had her like interior light on, so they can literally see into the car. And all three of them say they only saw one person in the car. Now, some of the people who would think that Karen is guilty like to say that the light was on because John's door was open. People have a bunch of like they're like, John was throwing up outside of the car. John was peeing outside of the all of these like so yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time for make believe.
Exactly. So John goes into the house. Some shit goes down. Julie has asked for a ride. So they're expecting that Julie and her friend Sarah are going to come outside, hop in the car, and they're going to go. Like the night is over. And instead, Julie comes out and is like, I'm actually going to stay. And they're like, okay. So that whole thing, they're like waiting there for like 4 minutes. Julie comes out. They talk to her for a couple minutes. She goes back into the house. They're like, that was weird. And then they leave.
And when they're leaving, they drive like directly past Karen. They can see into her car. All three of them testify only a woman with long hair was sitting in the driver's seat. They didn't see a man. At no time during that did they see a man get out of the car. John's already inside of the house.
And Karen doesn't look at him?
Karen might have.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. I don't know.
Because now that you got the whole, like, he was in special victims unit, like, I'm thinking of cops differently. Because, like, every cop I've ever known, if a car's 100 feet behind them on a cold and dark and lonely, snowy night, they're not gonna go to some home unless they know to run in there and get somebody, get help.
Well, he's already inside. So like that didn't, he
Yeah.
doesn't even, John didn't know that that car was there. And whatever happened to John when he walked inside of the house in the family room where the dog was happened very quickly. Like within the first couple of minutes. So it's like they pull up at 12:21. He goes inside of the house and he is incapacitated by 12:27. It happened fast, but not like super. I feel like now people are thinking it happened fast, like super fast. Like there was like it was short. It was like, I think that there was like words, there was whatever happened. I mean, there's still a part of me that is like, it could have all started as like grab ass, like not even an aggressive thing. I don't really know. Whatever happened like within five minutes. So like the actual action of like John falling and hitting his head.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and when I say what happened, I mean like it is very possible that John just went into the house like normal, like the first like 1 minute was like, hey, like nothing had escalated at that point yet. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like he walked into the house and was I don't think that he was walking.
Ambushed.
But yes, Karen was still outside when this happened, which is why they were all looking outside. Like, so they're all looking out the window because they're watching Karen's car to see, they're like, oh my God, what is she going to come inside? I think this is just my theory. Like if she chose to come inside, they would have been on the phone with 911. Like they would have been like pretending that they had already been calling and said like, oh my God, like something crazy, he fell. Like they would have acted like they were doing the right thing already, if that makes sense.
And then later they'd have to explain why her
right away, but like within, like I don't think it was just like, I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. That part I don't know. But
has anybody in the chat seen the movie Training Day? Because for some reason right now I think that would be really good for Emily, and she doesn't like movies, so I don't want to suggest it.
Higgins had just texted John at 12:20 saying, "You coming here?" ? 3 question marks, which is like not like, hey, like we're having fun. Are you guys going to stop by? This is like, you coming here? So like there was something brewing. Also, I should just say, what I do think 100% whatever did happen to John inside of the house was an act. Like they didn't mean, which is why I have a hard time with the Sandra Birchmore related rabbit hole. I don't think they meant for him to lose his life. That's just crazy to me.
That's a recent episode of Friends and Neighbors. Let me ask you this
all
while
of
I'm
that
thinking about it. Who do you think would have been able to carry John out? Because I know that's part of the conspiracy or whatever. I mean, it takes two people.
Yeah. And
right,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have. This is where it's like I have said from the beginning, I don't like to do theories. This is everything that I feel like I'm saying at this point is like pieced together from like their testimony. Like it's not.
Okay.
I'm not like speculating. Like this is what that question takes like another leap to like, who do I think? I don't
want you
know
to
what I
answer
mean? It's
here.
like,
Yeah.
well, it's like, and
Uh,
nobody testified about that. Nobody talked about that.
So if I may chat, like there are times when like I don't know somebody or I don't know something, and I'll message him and be like, "Do we know this person or do we know this situation?" And I say to the third person, like, do we know? I have no idea, and I wait for her to respond, and whatever she says, I trust. So that's where I'm kind of going right now. Okay, so that's and I apologize. You shouldn't say that on a live stream. I mean,
But yeah, I mean, people have theories about it, as you can see in the chat. I will say what Boozy just said, dead weight, quite literally is very heavy. When my son just had this like dental procedure done, they like knocked him out for it. And I had to carry him out to the car afterwards. And it was the wildest thing to me because even when he's like fast asleep, when I pick him up, he like curls into me. You know what I mean? It's like he's still like helping kind of, even when he's like literally fast asleep. When I picked him up from the dental office, he was just like a floppy sack of like nothing. It was the craziest thing. Like I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. And it's so heavy and like it is a different kind of weight when you're picking up something that like is not.
That's why the fireman's carry is a great way.
Yeah. Well, and the people in the house knew how to do that stuff. Anyways,
Like
now we're
people
gonna watch
send you
a
gurney thing.
few minutes of Well, also like there's the whole thing of like Higgins had a plow, but we're not gonna go down that road right now.
Mitchell's keeping up with
because-
this for conspiracy night.
Perfect. Okay, 2803.
And who is this guy? This is the guy that came to pick up.
Yes. This part that I'm showing you has absolutely nothing to do with anything that we just talked about. This is just my favorite moment. We can go back in his testimony a little to see things that actually matter. But
His earlobes aren't detached.
So Hank started to do this thing where he wanted people to think that John's head injury could come from the frozen ground. And that's what this is.
The exact time you left?
No, off the top of my head right now, no.
Was it around that time?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say you don't have certainty whether it was 12:35, 12:32, 12 o'clock?
It's probably before 12:35, roughly between 12:30 and 12:35.
So just to be clear about that, so he says that they pulled away from 34 Fairview between 12:30 and 12:35. The Commonwealth's timeline is that Karen hit John at 12:32:16. So right at the time.
They pulled away at 12:35.
He said before 12:35. So between 12:30 and 12:35. So either right when Karen was pulling up to gun it back or right afterwards. They watched her gun him in reverse and then they just drove away.
You could still see the ground given the weather?
Yes, sir.
Was there snow starting to fall?
Just starting?
Had you been outside earlier that night?
Yes, sir.
In the ground that you could see, do you know how hard it was?
Say that again?
The ground.
Ground, yes.
Do you know if it was soft or hard?
Like the road?
The ground, the grass, the lawn.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, it was a cold night, so I mean, I assume it's hard.
Around that time.
Did you know how? So you just butchered your entire timeline. Like single-handedly, this man just destroyed your timeline. And your next question is, how hard was the ground? What? I'm sorry, but Ryan's reaction is just
What?
so
Like the road?
freaking funny. Watch his face.
You could still see the ground given the weather?
Yes, sir.
Was there snow starting to fall?
Just starting?
Had you been outside earlier that night?
Yes, sir.
In the ground that you could see, do you know how hard it was?
Say that again?
The ground.
Ground, yes.
Do you know if it was soft or hard?
Like the road?
The ground, the grass, the lawn.
Oh. I don't know. It was a cold night, so I mean, I assume it's hard.
Around that time,
Okay, wait. Before we keep watching Ryan, can you please
Madeira Beach caregiver sent $5 and said, "I'm sad you didn't email me. I messaged Deitch the Higgins Jeep photos, Madeira Beach caregiver on Gmail. Expert, can you explain to Madeira Beach caregiver my issue with my email? Because I'm the worst. This is all my problem. I'm so sorry."
Oh, about replying?
Yes.
Yeah, so, like, if you send an email and, they're special. I mean, they're you took the time and everything else. And so you wanna reply, you wanna say something intelligent, and you wanna give it thought and purpose, and then you also don't wanna come off sounding like an idiot, which, is very upsetting to me. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I can't spell half the time. It's disturbing, and you definitely don't want that in an email. And so, like, a simple email is not so simple once you get up here for people
I like
like
overthink it and I get these nice emails and then I just yes. She's
like,
been diagnosed with
there's some emails I
overthinking.
wanna just print and save because I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is the sweetest thing,"
Yes.
and then
And
I
then you
never
realize 6
reply.
weeks later you never replied. Yes. So I'm so sorry. That is 100% my fault. I will tackle my email box at some point in my life. I promise. I'm so sorry.
I'm the same way. I do understand. I'm sorry.
Well, Cusco, right, you're not helping. I think I sent Emily an email and she answered me.
It was a while ago,
Sometimes
though.
I'm really this is what's really funny is sometimes I'll get an email and I'm like, it will like pop up on my phone. And it's like at a moment where I'm like, oh my God, I have like all the like focus right now to reply immediately to this email. And some people just catch me.
How many pokers do you have in the fire? You're doing Squirrel School, you're doing well, I mean, Mother, that's the first thing, and you got summer vacations going on right now. You got Squirrel School, you have the, FOIA and Find Out, you've started, you get the district attorney's race, so that's
Right.
4.
Oh,
What else are you
while we're on this
Ever?
pause, I want to tell you guys about the fundraiser and then we'll watch a few more Hank's Diaries and then we'll call it a night.
Is that the Squirrel School exclusive fundraiser thing?
No. Yes. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek right now. Okay. Are you ready? This is just for Squirrel School students. Save the date. Next Saturday, August 8th, Mizzy and I are hosting a fundraiser for Adam Deitch. It starts at 2:00, virtual fundraiser. I feel like I always need to clarify that, even though that's what I always mean. And are you guys ready for some of the guests that we're going to have? The guest list is
What
not
time?
complete yet. We haven't, it starts at 2:00. We are going to have the one and only Boozy Beauty. That's true. Boozy Beauty is going to join us. And Barb, who is Sandra Birchmore's cousin, is going to be joining us. And Jen Root, who is Just on Root's sister, is going to be joining us. Peter Murphy from Canton is going to be joining us. And Adam Deitch is going to be joining us. And David Yannetti is going to be joining us. And Bob and Ali Mata are going to be joining us. And Mazamedia is going to be joining us. And Andrea Burkhart is going to be joining us. And that is the guest list so far. And I'm so excited. I literally can't wait. We're going to do it in smaller segments. So it's going to be like more one-on-one, like 30 minutes with each person instead of like trying to pile everybody on like one big screen. And I can't wait. And I'm so excited. And we're still working on it. So if you guys have any other suggestions of people you want to hear from, David Yannetti was the first person who got back to me and said yes. And that was really exciting.
That's awesome.
So somebody else had said to try to get Karen. Maybe I don't know. That seems like a lot. I feel like.
Remember, you
And then
get
somebody
all
said
her
get Bill.
enemies and half her friends.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, Samantha Benengo, I think she's on vacation right now. If she's back from vacation, I'm just gonna make her. She's forced. That we also tried really hard to get Corey. Corey was like, I can't, and I was like, well, wow. Yes, and the amazing Missy. Okay.
Is it the amazing Emily C?
The amazing Missy.
Oh, no. What'd you say? The last part?
Mizzy is going to host it with me, and I'm so excited.
Oh, awesome.
And
It's gonna be from 2 p.m. to
that
when?
till forever. I don't know. Oh, Billy Bush is not a bad idea.
When does the link
Brother
go
Council is a
live
good idea.
for donations?
Whenever I get my act together to make it happen. I
So
asked
no
Melanie
email
last
replies,
time.
y'all.
I asked Melanie last time, and I know she doesn't love to get involved in like political stuff, but she's talked a lot about Adam Deitch recently to the point that I feel like I could ask her again and not be annoying. I like the idea of Brother Council. The only reason why I didn't reach out to Aiden about this is because I feel like there is a conflict with like the fact that he has pending charges in Norfolk County. I don't want that to like take away from kind of like the message of the day. I personally think that Aiden is especially phenomenal in things like fundraisers where he like is really focused on like the justice aspect of everything that's going on. And I think that he would be like have a lot to contribute to it. I just don't want the fact that he has charges pending in Norfolk County to like, even though his charges really are like whatever the word is, emblematic of the why we need Adam Deitch.
Yeah.
But
Hold on a
that's
second. My camera just notified me that evidently it's not charging. So that's why I went to my camera. I'm still here and I'm gonna get it fixed. Sorry.
Perfect.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
play
problematic.
a little
Problematic, I think
more.
is the word, right?
But it's not. It's like more like it's not even problematic. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. It's like I don't want either one to like be a problem later for either one of them, if that makes sense. Like if Adam Deitch is elected, I don't want the fact that Aiden was doing like fundraising. And I didn't even ask him. So it's like not like he said no. So this is my overthinking. You're just hearing this is like what's been ping ponging in my brain for a very long time. Welcome to my head. Okay. I'm going to play a little more Hank's diary. And yes, we're going to schedule fervent breaks in the
2
fundraiser,
p.m.
of course.
August 8th. Be here or be a dork.
Yeah. Ooh, do you think Rosemary Scapicchio would come on? No, she didn't even donate to him. What am I talking about? I mean, I love her, but like, hello.
Do you have any
Okay.
local people?
Also, Kevin. So I have a friend who's connected with Kevin Reddington, and he was like, I'll come on with Kevin Reddington. And I was like, Kevin Reddington donated to Greg Connor. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to play a little more Hank's diary, and then we're gonna call it a night. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Yes, I should ask Matt Damon. I will get on that immediately. Hi, Matt Damon. What's up? It's me. Okay. Here's more Hank. You get another Hank poem because we're in the second batch now.
Awesome.
Listen, my children, to chapter 2. If you want to do crimes, this chapter's for you. The guys in this story, they didn't do it right. All they really did was plant some taillight. And the problem with that is it didn't match John. He had a black eye and dog bites up his arm. So we bought some experts, and finally they said, Karen said she hit him, so that's how he got dead. But they're well connected. That's how they'll get away. So either make powerful friends or take notes today. Oh, and if you ever find yourself an expert in the court, make sure you actually did the things your resume reports. May 6th, 2025. I love the police. Dear Diary, yesterday I hired myself as the defense attorney for the police, and today was the best day yet. Wow, those guys need me. They didn't even pretend to be real officers. So every time they said something stupid, like that Gallagher is psychic and he knows what's on an hollow camera recording without even watching it, I just asked, what did the ground feel like? And then everyone was thinking about how John got killed by the ground. Why would the cops cover that up? New plan. I'm not going to call Higgins, Brian Albert, Matt McCabe, or any of them. They're not part of my new case. XOXO, Hank. People I hate. Scott from second grade. Draco Malfoy. Santa Claus. Ugh, Emily and Friends. Ugh, that old man in the Six Flags commercial. Stephen the Rifleman Flemmy. Kevin Weeks. Ugh, Sheldon Cooper and Caillou. John Connolly. Shia LaBeouf. That one juror in 2017. Jojo Siwa. Brian next door. Turtle Boy. Diddy. And most importantly today, Jessica Hyde. May 8th, 2025. Keep working hard. Dear Diary, my plan worked perfectly. Yesterday, before Miss Jessica left, I told her I would not ruin her life if she would write a code to make a memory eraser, like that light pen thing in Men in Black. I zapped Yuri right before he took the stand, and he couldn't remember anything. He didn't remember that he waited over a year to fake his reports. He didn't know left and right. He didn't even remember that you're not supposed to taste things at a crime scene. Now I need to figure out how I can zap everyone else, because there's no way I'm calling any of the murderers to the stand. XOXO, Hank. May 9th, 2025. Shut up. Dear Diary, I'm writing this in court because Yuri is reading Higgins's texts with Karen, and I cannot listen anymore. Things are not going well. I'm going to take this time to make a good playlist for the drive home to relax. Take the Money and Run, Steve Miller Band. Somebody's Watching Me. Never Gonna Give You Up. Crime of the Century. Suspicious Minds. Break the Rules, Charlie XCX. Feeling Myself, Nicki Minaj. Getaway Car, Taylor Swift. No Body, No Crime, also Taylor Swift. Smile, Vitamin C. Killing Me Softly. Stop by the Spice Girls. Goodbye, Earl. Truth Hurts. Doing Time. And Bad Boys, Bad Boys. XOXO, Hank. P.S. Songs for Higgins. I Can't Make You Love Me, Bonnie Raitt. I Want to Know What Love Is. My Heart Will Go On. And Creep by Radiohead. Stop right now, Yuri, that's enough. We all know Higgins never ever got touched. Okay. Oh.
It
Okay, I have
disappeared.
one
It
more thing to
disappeared me.
watch.
Sorry.
I have one more thing to watch, and then it's bedtime.
No, it's not.
The part where hold on, I just had to pull this up on YouTube. The part where I said that Yuri forgot that he wasn't supposed to taste the crime scene. Yeah, we need to watch that.
Wait, he tastes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yuri sound. Okay.
we knew that it would be important to aid us in the investigation. So that clothing was picked up, identified item by item, and bagged. It was in a soaking wet state with moisture and other debris on it.
When you are looking at Mr. O'Keefe, do you have to touch him and move him?
Yes, during our investigations, we're not simply looking at photographs. We are there in the scene. We are smelling it. We are touching it. We are, unfortunately, with certain pungent scenes, we were tasting it. That's the reality of us breathing in the scene when we're living it through the investigation.
So he was tasting the scene, so you can know to trust him because he did a full investigation to the point that he tasted it, ate it.
I mean, there's some bad odors you can inhale it, but I think these people wanted to taste John.
It's just weird. It's all weird.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because you have another guy that's wearing his clothes and driving his girlfriend's car and painting himself blue,
Yeah, exactly.
which I found out tonight. Blue was for John O'Keefe. Why was blue for John O'Keefe, by the way? Because he's a cop. Cliche.
Yeah, maybe. Subscribers, 20 minutes. Just switching up the chat a little bit.
Yeah, I can't mourn.
Yeah, it's like things get really loopy in here sometimes. It's just like so annoying. Okay. I liked this. Now we have like 4 more Squirrel School episodes just from this because now we need to do all of Hank's diary and go back. I mean, the crime scene did talk, so they ate it, they listened to it, they did all the things.
I mean, it does. I don't know. I read a lot of Batman comic books growing up. So, he's the world's greatest detective, Batman is. And the crime scene talks to him. You go and you see the situation, and you can kind of place things. What was Princess Bride? Familiar with that? Chat's familiar with that. And Prince, whatever, comes up at the end, goes, "This is what happened." And he reenacts the entire sword fight.
Yeah.
Talk to him, I guess.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I know. Don't
Need
leave
a
your door
bouncer.
open at night. You get loopy.
Yeah. Brian Albert leaves his door open at night. Okay, I have so many notes of things now. So I'm giving you homework about the phone temperature. We're going to do a tinfoil hat, Squirrel School. We're going to do more Hank's diary. We're going to, I need to ask Mel and Rebecca about the fundraiser. I need to ask all my famous friends like Billy Bush and Matt Damon and Kelly Ripa.
Wait, hold on. That's who's showing up? I think you got to get Kid Rock. He always has an opinion about things. Ooh, Ted Nugent. He's very outspoken. He would aggravate everybody. Oh, wait, this is a fundraiser, though.
That's what we're
Sorry.
going for.
Like, I was thinking, could you imagine Ted Nugent? Like, that guy, he's crazy to begin with. Like, he's the Motor City Madman, even though he lives in Texas now. And he could just go off and be like, "Oh, yeah." And then he says a lot of profanity and says, Karen Reed didn't hit John with her car.
Perfect. Okay, wait. We'll finish this little batch of Hank's diaries and then we'll call it a night because then I can see if there's any clips that I want to show you from this one next time. And then we can knock out 2 of them. Okay? Sound like a good plan? We'll finish this one. We'll call it a night. And
Is that true, Mitchell?
What?
Kelly Ripa watches.
Oh, Kelly Ripa's like super into the trial. Kelly Ripa said that she's like the expert of the trial. And I was like, oh, okay, Kelly. Want to come on and talk
She
about
likes
it?
sunglasses.
Oh my gosh, we need to do an episode about. Yes, I love that idea. Okay.
What is it? What did he do?
You need to watch Jimmy's parodies and the AI babies. Oh my gosh, the AI babies
Jimmy
were.
fire right here. And Jimmy also is the guy's name in Seinfeld that talked to himself in the third person. We got a lot of third person speak tonight going on in my head.
I like
Jimmy
it.
likes Elaine.
Okay. Okay, here. Ready? Wait, I have so many windows open right now. Oh my God. Where did this just go? Okay. Here we go. Yuri was on the stand since Thursday, and the jury finds him very credible as a. Oh, wait. And this one you have to be able to see. I have to move us again. You have to be able to see John DePietro's tweets from this time. So this
Here, take us all
diary entry. This diary entry was based entirely on John DePietro's tweets about what he said was happening during the trial. I am perfect. Dear diary, Yuri was on the stand since Thursday, and the jury finds him very credible as a trusted member of the state police with a job to do. Well done. Jackson tried to make a big deal about Michael Proctor's unprofessional texts, but it was just not the same impact as having Proctor on the stand. It was just nitpicking by AJ. During the break, I had a nice moment quietly chatting with Peg. Paul looked very sharp today in a crisp suit with a yellow tie. My redirect was very effective. XOXO, Hank. P.S. Only following John DePietro has been so good for my mental health. May 15th, 2025, 4:25 p.m. These are texts I had with Michael Proctor, and since the whole world is about to see what's on his phone anyways, I guess I should share it with you. He said, "Dude, I told you that Squirty bitcho is a whack job." And I said, "I should have listened to you. We got crushed today." He said, "Word, I know. Keefe has been blowing up my phone, freaking out all day." I said, "You know you guys will be fine. Michael Morrissey will take care of you." He said, "He better after I took the fall for him, Tully, and Berkey. I loved when you just started shouting about Karen saying, 'I hit him.'" I said, "Making that up was the only good thing you guys did right in the whole ordeal." He said, "How are we supposed to know this was gonna blow up?" I said, "You didn't. Don't worry, kid." He said, "How are you texting now?" Just like Higgins said. I said, "Alessi whining. Gotta go crush him. XOXO, Hank." May 14th, 2025. Tomorrow, you can try again. Dear diary, I miss Whitey Bulger. How am I supposed to defend these cops when they don't even know how to do crime? They had Solo cups full of blood, and they didn't think to dip that everlasting taillight in it. Instead, the best they could come up with was to place one tiny shard of random glass and one single strand of hair on the bumper. How does that frame Karen? At least this morning, I showed a video of Karen saying John said she was the best person he had ever met and he would never break up with her. So that ought to convince the jury she hit him. XOXO. Hey, May 16th, 2025. Own your power.
Dear diary, what a day! I'm almost embarrassed for Bev. She will do anything to make me happy. I started blurting things out just to see what I can get away with. Spoiler, everything. ARCA submitted their work on May 7th, and those guys are good. So on May 8th, I set up a meeting with Mr. Shannon Burgess to go over the results. I told him I was very busy and he had to meet at my house. When he arrived, I locked him in my basement like in Breaking Bad, and he's been working on reinventing science ever since. Today, I made Bev promise he can testify whenever I want. Elise asked for a voir dire, which, duh, I would have too if I were him. But I can't risk Manshan telling everyone where he's been for 8 days. So I did cute puppy eyes at Bev, and she said no. XOXO, Hank. P.S. I showed everyone a picture of Proctor, and I said it was Watson, and they just believed me. Who even is Watson? May 19th, 2025. Bad days don't stay bad forever. Dear Diary, today was a good reminder that no matter what I'm going through in life, there's always someone who has it worse. Because today was a bad day for our case, but today was a really bad day for Manshan's life. I'm pretty sure he lost his job in real time when he was on the stand on an international live stream. And the way his hair already looks, he doesn't seem like someone who can afford to lose his job. But he lied about graduating from college. Just made the whole thing up. Can you believe it? Also, I fear AJ and Alessi are on to Kevin Albert and Tully's major role in the cover-up. XOXO. Hey, you're a bitch, you're a dummy, you're so stupid, why'd you me? This was the day I added Bob Alisi and Shannon with one N to the people I hate. Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. To whom it may concern. I am writing to provide a reference for Shannon Burgess, who is applying to the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Wait, I can't give myself that freeze frame. Okay. Just to clarify, Shannon Burgess, so he's the one who works at the same aperture as Judd Welcher and that lied about all of his credentials. Do you remember when we watched him way back?
Oh yeah,
and he's the one who talks about
college.
the time drift. Yeah. Also, Chinny
Hummingbird girl
is the first.
Hummingbird
I'm
background.
shocked that nobody else has caught this. That you're the first person who's brought this up, and I was wondering forever if anybody was gonna.
I thought it was a.
So,
what are those things
Yes,
called when you put the book with all the memories and everything? Sorry, photo book. Go on.
Yeah, it is. It's a photo album. Can I just tell you about my photo album really quick? I have the best idea. If anybody has kids that you know how they have those books where it's like every month you have to write in it, but then it you forget to write in it 1 month and then you're like, oh my God, I don't know what I did that month, whatever. So I have this book, and I have little photo insert binder pages, and then I got the dividers that you can write on, and so in it I have a page that's a divider that's Christmas. So then every year on Christmas I put pictures from that, and then on the divider I write about what we did on Christmas. So for the past 5 years it's 2021, we went to Mimi and Grampy's house, you got blah blah blah. And then there's pictures from Christmas from that year, and then Christmas the next year and the next year and the next year. Now I have to get a new one because I just filled up 5 years and now it's filled. But it's really fun to look back on. So it's every Thanksgiving, it will just have all the things, everything that we did on Thanksgiving. So I have a divider for
all the holidays, and then like I have a summer divider because there's like always fun stuff to say what we did in the summer. And that's it.
I love that you use the real pictures. That's number one. And I
Oh
want to say,
yeah.
my mom, I've got about half of our photo books, but my mom had every year. My mom was big on snapshots, so she couldn't take a picture to save her life. But anyway, all those photo books things, uh, yeah, it's just they're cool. There's something
I
cool
love
about them. And
that.
so like she maybe have like, I don't know how many, there wasn't an organization to it. It's not like what you're talking about. That's really awesome. But it would be like the same way it's like what you're talking, but imagine like each one was a year. So I mean, she
I
took a lot of
love
photos.
that.
And yeah, I've got
Aw,
them actually. They're downstairs. I want to digitize everything,
that's
and I just can't
awesome.
bring myself to do it right now. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
a
really
big
cool. That's
undertaking.
awesome. It's really cool you
Um,
use real photos. I love real photos so much.
yeah. Well, and then I have like pictures everywhere. Like I have a whole drawer of pictures. Also Carter loves looking at pictures, which I love. Like he'll like have one picture of Teddy that he just like carries around all day, and it's like the cutest thing.
Oh, it's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
the sweater I bought because it was for like a golf tournament. I golf like 3 times a year,
You
and
golf?
no, I'm not good. Like I don't golf, but I golf. My husband golfs, and then I go to like the like couples things, like the scrambles, like 3 times a year, and we always do like fun outfits. And where we
Yeah.
golf
So y'all
is in
match? Oh wait, y'all
Canton.
match to these things? That's awesome.
Yeah, no, not like the girls. Like, well, actually, and sometimes, yeah, all of we do like themes. I'm not going to Turtle Boys golf thing, and I've said on Twitter if anybody needs clubs, I do have clubs if anybody needs to borrow them.
What is
Okay.
Emily like playing golf? I imagine you don't like to. Have you ever lost
I'm not
anything?
good at it. No, I'm really bad at golf.
Yeah, but
The scrambles are fun because it's like best ball, and then I don't have to do. And every once in a while, I will hit like one good, like I'll like do one randomly good shot, and it will be like at the most like the like perfect time. But I can't count on that.
we're gonna get you PGA lessons then. Small world.
Okay. And this that we're listening to right now, this Hank's diary is Hank's letter of recommendation for Man Shannon to go to college finally. And one of the things you have to know for this is that not only did he lie about going to college at all and having a degree, but he actually made up a degree. It didn't exist at the University of Alabama. He said he was getting like, it will be in this letter, but that's what you need to know to understand the joke. First time. He reveres your institution so much that he has had it on his resume for over a decade. I am writing to implore you to give him the chance of a lifetime. I have had the opportunity to observe Shannon in a professional capacity, and I am pleased to share my observations regarding his abilities and character. Shannon demonstrates a satisfactory level of competence in his work. He is particularly adept at following instructions and completing tasks as directed. Shannon has occasionally displayed lapses in integrity, which provides you the incredible opportunity to assist in his development. There have been instances where his decision making has raised concerns about his commitment to ethical standards. I believe that with appropriate mentorship and a focus on personal growth, Shannon has the potential to address these shortcomings and mature into a principled individual. Additionally, please add Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics, Scientific Computation, and Business Administration as a single major, as that is what Shannon with one N desires to pursue. XOXO, Hank. The end for today. That was fun. Needed that.
That was awesome. This is one of the most fun ones. I appreciate
I feel like
this.
we say that every time.
Why do we enjoy Squirrel School?
It's so
I mean,
fun.
like, I think it's changed, right? Like, when first, for me, it's just like, well, this is well, hold on, I take it back. I don't know, first for me was, 1, I really enjoy working with a quality content creator like yourself. And 2, I think it's the amount of knowledge. Like, you explained this to me in a way that really I really am able to grasp. Um, that'd be awesome.
It's a lot.
The
It's a
lengthy
this
list.
I feel like this week and last week has been really fun for me to see you, like, it's, like, clicking and you're, like, asking the questions that, like, we were all asking during the trial, and, like, it's just fun to be able to see it through your eyes and, like, relive learning all of this for the first time.
Like, I'm kinda, like, coming back around to the excitement I had when we first started because they're like, I mean, hopefully, we still got a lot to go, but it was like,
I have,
"Hey,
like,
actually, look."
7 Squirrel School lesson plans now just from tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. I was gonna, because my question was gonna be like, "What happens if we ran out?"
I don't think it's
But
possible. Then we do the civil trial.
oh, yeah, damn. What is it, though, about this that it's fun? Like, when we get together, it's a blast. It's like 2 little squirrels.
Just hanging out in our little squirrel in our cozy little squirrel nook.
I do like that. It's safe here, but no, it's fun. It's fun. That'd be
This is
uh,
really fun. Um,
so besides the conspiracy thing, which I think is kind of neat from the chat, does the chat have anything else? Oh, do they have any Baker updates? Let's see here. Yeah.
um, I texted Baker and said, "You made expert cry." He said, "Oh, no, that's not nice of me." So
Well, he's a bully. Um, no.
You're a good
So,
friend.
Valhalla wants his stereo if he dies, and I was like, "Dude, he doesn't have a stereo because communism. He has like a mono. Like, do you even know the RCA logo? You got the little dog looking into the phonograph thing. It's like that, but it's an 8 track." And then also it was like, and he probably has, in Denmark they probably have Commodore 64, and Tetris is big in the communist countries, and so, um but yeah, that was the thing. But no, he can't. His last thing, Baker's last thing to everybody was, he can't turn over. English is hard. So
I
he's
feel like
learned his
he's gonna
native
start to feel
language
better.
again.
He's in good he's in good hands. He's gonna be feeling better soon. He just needs
Do we know good hands? I'm just hoping he has all male nurses
You said
and
that.
doctors.
Lord help us if you
Hopefully
find
from
out the phone number of the hospital that he is at. I can't even imagine what you would call and say.
Oh, the other day he got into it with me about how you, because I was like, "How do you do an international call?" It's like I've called like like just like across the state, maybe. Like, I call a different state, but I've never called anybody in a different country. That's weird. And I was like, "What's your number? Like, what do you have a code? Like, we have one because we're American. We invented the phone." And oh man, that might be why he's in the hospital. Something broke
You
on
put
him
him in
that
the
day.
hospital.
I love doing that to him. I do. And not putting him in the hospital, but, just being very American to him. And
You are very American. You are America. America.
yeah,
Just summed up right
America.
there. America.
Was that George Bush as said that, whatever? Oh my gosh, like, he had this
Fool me once. Fool me
shame
twice.
on
You
shame
can't
on
be fooled
me. Wait, hold
again.
on. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. There's
No, fool
everything
me
that
twice. You can't be fooled again.
like, that's what's great. I love history, and at some point in history you realize that it's not about the politics of it, but it's just the people, because you forget, like, the president is just a dude or a dudette, and it's just catching the things they say. It's so funny. It's just I love it. It's everybody's fallible.
Yeah. Everybody's just a person.
Right. And we're all in this rock together. I don't understand why
Yeah.
why people want to be all antsy. Like, I'm gonna fight you on the internet with my fingers.
Yeah. That's what's fun about Squirrel School too. It's just like a happy place.
Yeah, there's no drama here. You know something? I'll tell you. I think I know my favorite thing is that learning things about you. You have a fascinating life to me. It's not like your life, everyday life, but like you'll say things like, I mean, it just goes back to Van Wilder. It just fascinated me.
That really stuck with
And
me.
it tracks. It tracks.
Okay. We need to go to bed. Carter doesn't have summer school tomorrow. And they're
Causing
treating the
problems.
lake, so I can't even take him swimming. I don't know what we're gonna do.
What do you
I
mean
got a
treating
bouncy
the
house.
lake?
I think I told you. I don't know. They have to like
No, I don't really
walk
know
there.
about the bouncy house. I kind of know about that. Did you tell me, or
I
should
got
I
a
read
bouncy.
that?
I got a bouncy house in my yard.
Have you?
Really
Do you
fun.
like bouncing in
I
it?
just like lay in it. No, I just lay in it and Carter bounces around. I take pictures of him.
And then you
It's
bounce.
like, yeah, it's like kind of nice. It's like it's not like a trampoline where you go like so high. So like while he's bouncing, I'm just kind of like, it's like I'm on a boat. And then like taking pictures of a kid jumping on a bouncy house is like you get the cutest pictures on earth. But yeah, so now I have a bouncy house.
Yeah, you're probably a great photographer too.
I do take really good pictures. I wish the
There you
internet
go.
wasn't a psycho place and I could show you guys them.
With
But,
Boozy,
you
do you
know.
want to go to the jump house, or do you want to come up on right now? Because I'm not going to bed. Like she and Emily can go to bed. We'll just talk. I don't know you. It'll be great. We'll get to know each other.
You're not ready
Uh,
for Boozy's live streams yet because she's like the AP course of Squirrel School. It's like once you graduate from Squirrel School, then you can go watch Boozy. Remember the time I tried to have you watch some of the Benigo and you were like, I don't understand. And I was like, yeah, that was too soon.
She
You
talks
didn't-
really fast. I don't really remember all that. So.
You just
I
weren't
remember
ready
little
for it.
pieces.
You didn't even know who lived in the house yet. And then I was like, here, watch this AP course.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll never meet Boozy then. Sorry, babe.
No, you will.
You seem
You're
fine.
going. She's the best. You're going to. She's just the AP course after this. Like here, she does explain things really well. Like she'll be like, "Oh, for anybody who's new, this is Brian Tully." I'm like, who's halfway through a Boozy stream and doesn't know who Brian Tully is? So you might actually
Boozy, I'm
be
going
a
to start
prime
trolling you
candidate.
on X. How about that? It'll be like,
She'll block
everything you
you.
say, I'm going to say the opposite.
She'll block you.
and
She
people-
just blocks everybody. She'll
No,
block you
she's
in
gonna.
10 seconds.
We're being diabolical right now, and we'll get a whole bunch of engagement going and stuff. That's how we'll get to know each other. How good are
She's
our
literally
jokes
the
back
best.
and forth?
She's literally
What
the
does
best.
it mean to
She
treat the
blocked.
lake?
I don't know. My mom just told me that they were doing that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll tell you what she said. She
Oh,
said,
I have to graduate to Boozy.
I can't even find it. Something I forget. They have to do something.
Boozy, I'm the same way.
You
Block.
can't swim.
Wait, you can't swim?
Just
No,
for tomorrow.
because
So
of the lake.
that's normally what I would do on Friday to take him swimming. That's like a good activity, and then I could be tired, and it's not a big deal. But instead, I have to be like on tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Wait, what's happening tomorrow?
Yeah. No, it's phone.
Oh no, because of
But
the lake. Okay, I got you. I got you.
phone
I'm
is
a little
F.
slow.
FONEPHUCKERY. We're gonna do next week is gonna be. Well, I have to figure out if I'm going to the thing. I'll figure out my schedule. I'll let you guys know. You
Yeah,
guys
you're
are the
gonna
best.
go to the thing, and everything will work out because it's gonna be. Don't plan a class. Just say, hey, these are some things I thought that you might need to know.
If I do go, I do like
On
the
next,
idea
we'll
of
see you later.
coming on afterwards. We'll figure it out.
Hey, you can tell us about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if I don't, I know there's a lot of people here from Canton, and there's a lot of people here that also support Adam. I thought about this earlier today. I wanted to let you guys know something very, very low key, very important. Like things like bumper stickers are very important. Yard
I have a
signs are
bumper
very
sticker.
important. But also,
I went for a run
like,
today in my Adam Deitch shirt, and the whole time I was like,
be careful. But also, if like you go to the gas station, right? And you go in to pay, uh, strike up. Do you guys ever strike up conversation? I don't know how y'all do it up north. I don't know if y'all talk to each other, but like you strike up a conversation, like, "Hey, how man, it's hot out there," stuff like that. The
We don't do
greatest
that
thing
here.
is to just everybody you meet, just be like, "So, hey, are you planning on voting in this election? Can I, if you don't mind, if you don't care, if you don't have a candidate yet, will you vote for my guy?" I know it
Yeah.
sounds weird, but those people at the people at the cash register are a force multiplier. And if especially in a race where you have a bunch of people in there, it could be very tight. If it were tight, George Bush, as we were talking about earlier, right? He became president of the United States by 500
Cheating.
votes. No, no, I went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court did have that right. You do not have a right to vote for president. Yeah, that's in the Constitution. But okay, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln did only got he didn't get a majority of the vote. He got like 30%. But there were so many people that were running for president, he became president. So
Well,
those
also
little things count.
this election too, because the turnout is going to be low. It's a Democratic primary in the weekend before Labor Day on a random September 1st. So when the turnout is low, every vote really truly does make an enormous difference. And
So
really, like, we just need
Well,
like
there were 10
all
people
of
in
these
here and
questions
you
we
talked to
have.
10 people. It's 100 votes.
Yeah. All of these questions that we have will never get answered if Greg Conner wins the election. Well, or maybe they will, but not as easily. Okay, we need to go to bed.
Weird.
And
Weird.
we will continue this next time because this is super, super important.
I'll
You're the
remember.
best.
No, you
Chat.
are. You are good. You bring out the
You
best
guys
in me.
are my favorite. Oh, I love that. Okay, good
Yeah,
night,
you really do.
everyone. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Take care, family.
If you need a place to breathe, some stress to just relieve, then come watch Emily see, where we keep it drama free. We want justice for John O'Keefe, Aiden and Kelsey, waved bye bye to Morrissey. Let's clean up Norfolk County. Emily C, the one we need, reading sidebars with Corey, writing Hank diaries, giving the people what they need. It's my pleasure to entertain, keeping you laughing makes my day. Positivity all the way. Why don't we tell Satan not today? And now it's time to say goodbye, but before we say goodnight, just keep on thinking.